There's Nanya.
I'm here.
Hi
Um,
guys, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Go ahead, Sharon. I'm here.
Yeah, we're just waiting for our audience to come in. Please click the like button as you come in, guys. And whoever subscribed, continue to subscribe. Guys, we need your help. We need to get Nanya to 1,000. So please go over to our channel. If you have a subscribe already, please do that also.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Shaman. I've got the watch hours, but not the. I need 180. I need 180.
Okay, so guys, Nanya need 180 subscribers.
Yeah.
So go over there and you click on there and subscribe, 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 and continue to subscribe to my channel too. Thank you,
Absolutely.
guys.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
guys, I'm so ecstatic. I can't even says me ecstatic. Honestly, it is so surreal. Anil is at Anil TV. He is such a wonderful, wonderful mentor. He mentor me and Nanya, and I can't believe that
I
I
love
reached
him
a
now.
thousand subscribers already. Guys, I only need maybe 70 watch hours right now to be monetized. So thank you guys. You
You'll get
guys
there.
been so wonderful to me. Thank you, thank you,
Oh,
thank you.
I'm so
Oh
happy.
God, guys, I can't believe it. I want to cry.
I
Oh
think I
my
might
God.
shed a tear for you. I
Yeah.
was, and
And
she
I'm
was
gonna
so
I'll be
calm.
right back after get a tea Kleenex. Oh
Sharon
wait.
was so calm on the phone, and I'm going, Sharon, aren't you excited? Aren't you excited? And she's going, yeah.
No.
Like, I'm so proud of you. What you thought wasn't working was working. You're good, Sharon.
I
You're
couldn't have
good.
done it without you guys. Anil, you're the best mentor anyone can have. And you got guys, I am coachable. That's the key to everything. You have to be coachable. And trust me, when I try something, it doesn't work, I called him. And he said, okay, try it this way. And I listen. And
Mhm.
thank you guys. I couldn't have done it without the team. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you,
You're
thank you. So you
welcome,
see,
welcome, welcome.
leave on my yellow flowers there.
Oh, that's a pretty top. I like that.
Yes, a
I
front
like
line.
the yellow and the
Tommy
blue.
says, let me
Yeah,
come on and celebrate with the team.
Ooh, I'm freezing
Yes.
cold. We have a storm, but I
where?
don't want to heat
Near
up the
you?
whole. Oh, I have a space heater. I should get. I'll get it later. It's cold. It's cold.
God is good.
Hi, everybody. Hi,
Come on in.
darling.
Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hi, everyone. How are you guys? Sunday. Happy Sunday. I woke up this morning with 1,000 subscribers. I was so shocked. When I opened my phone and saw it, I take a screenshot and send it to Anil right away.
Oh, I'm happy for you.
I'm so happy for you. And Nanya, believe me, by the end of this coming week, you're
Yes,
going to be there.
I
exactly.
I have a ton of watch hours, like 5,000 and something,
By the
but
end
Mhm.
of this week, you're
but
going to have
120
your,
people.
yeah,
She
you're going
along with us. You just pop in and pop out.
She's about
Oh
to.
Lordy.
Let me see if
Yes,
he's
thank you
alive.
guys. All right, guys. So now we have Nanya here and we have Charmaine with us. We have a blessed Sunday. They dropped some nice nuggets for us. Oh my goodness, I was just laughing. So we're gonna start off with our nice girl here. Let us
Ah,
put her on the screen. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you. Please like and subscribe. Okay, hold on, guys. There's an emergency call coming in. One moment. Nanya, take it.
oh, of course. Good morning, everybody. And yes, Sharon made her 1,000 subscribers. Everybody give her a round of applause. I am thrilled. I am so happy for my friend. Okay, so let's see. So everybody's saying good morning, blessed Sunday afternoon. Shalman, Carolyn, thank you very much. Hi, Nancy B. Welcome in. Welcome in. And then let's see, I guess we're still coming in. Hi, Demita. Is that correct? I
Yes.
think it is. Hi, Sabrina. And who's this? This is Dominita. Hi, Rhonda Phillips. Good morning. Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy Sunday. Hi, Rhonda. Hi, Janet. Sherma.
I'm happy that Amber said what she said because he need to be put in his place, seriously. He needs to put in his place. She can't be that perfect wife anymore. And that perfect wife
That's
had gone through the gate. She is just being how she should be. He says anything that
Mhm.
comes to his mouth. And Amber has to cut him where it hurt the most. Just embarrass him in front of people. Although she shouldn't. But he deserved it.
He-
Because
Well,
he insulted her when he mentioned she's a horrible wife. He
Yes.
insulted her when he says he should have stayed with Shayla. So I love that she did that in front of Shayla and Anthony. And I was so proud of her when she said, when Shayla come and say, "Oh, but I don't have anything." She said, "Oh, yes, you have everything to do with it. You're right in the mix of
he's
things.
right in
You
the middle.
started it."
He's train
You know
wreck.
what I mean? So that was awesome for her to do. Oh my goodness, I was so proud of Amber.
Me
She
too.
needed to get that out. You know what? All
Yeah.
those baggage that she's carrying, she need to let it out. Let it all out. Air it out, and after you let it out, you're fine. And Anthony needs to do what
Mm-hmm.
he needs to do. Oh boy, that
I
was
I
have
nice.
loved it.
I have one question though. I
Mm.
know this is Skitland, but do you think Kai should be more vocal? More verbal than what he's doing right now at his age? Because he's like 1 year
Mm-hmm.
and 7 months.
Mm-hmm.
So just saying mama or mommy and daddy and whatever, shouldn't he be saying more words?
Maybe they're training him not to talk like on the show. But yes, he should be a lot more vocal.
Yeah, but at
Have
the end of
fun.
the day, they're not making him, you know what I mean? They're trying to tell him to, he's just repeating what they're telling him to say, right? Maybe
Yeah,
his
I
mommy is
understand.
nearby.
I understand that, but I'm just saying, I mean, if they're mirroring real life and we know he's about 1 year and 7 months based on
He
his
should be talking.
actual birth date, uh, shouldn't he be a little bit? I mean, they can't stop him from speaking if he wants to speak.
Yeah, it's
I
true.
mean,
No, it's
because he's a
true.
baby. But I'm
Yeah.
just
I
saying,
don't
when
know
he's
how they're
around,
doing it.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe they need to have him around more kids.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
More kids.
I want to
Yeah.
comment on Amber. Oh,
Okay.
I was so thrilled. I was jumping up and down for joy, letting him have it. But you know what? I'm. Oh, and she let Wayne have it. We can't forget that. Remember that day she told
Yeah, when she said,
him to
"Are you going
basically
to get
mind
back
your
with your
business?
wife?" Yeah.
Yes. Would you do it? But you know, I'm thinking Sharon and Xiaomin, and I'm truly thinking, are they going to split these two up?
No,
No.
No.
no, no,
I
they're
mean,
not.
after the whole affair and
No,
then
they're
all
not.
the 2 years of ugly, and now
They're not. They're
all
not.
of this ugly,
No, they're
I
not.
I I couldn't.
Yeah, but
I
the thing
just
is,
couldn't do it.
okay, so this is me, okay? And we have to think about, they said Jesus is popping. And if you go back and think about what God done on the cross, he cleansed us from our sins. He died so that our sins can be cleansed. So if we are going to go that route, they should, all their sins should be cleansed. So they should be approaching their marriage with a new slate,
Mm-hmm.
new everything. They should not be going back. My mom would say, you can reflect, but never linger
Yes.
in your past. Reflect on your past, but never linger. Because if you linger, there are going to be things in your past that you did not want it to come back up. And if you linger, it's going to come back up and it might affect your future. Reflect, do not linger. So I think they need to, as I said before, when a house is compromised with a fire or a flood or whatever, they always take a wrecking ball to that house and they rebuild. They rebuild with a better foundation and they rebuild a bigger and better house most of the
Mhm.
time. So maybe that's what they need to do right now. Take a wrecking ball to, well, they actually start taking a wrecking ball to this marriage. It's just,
Oh yeah.
yeah, they're taking a wrecking ball to the marriage. So it's just a matter of time when it crumbles, and then they come and clean up the area. And maybe the cleaning up will be the cleansing of whatever, and then they start to rebuild. So maybe the separation will be the cleaning up, and then when they get back together, they rebuild with a better foundation.
They need to do something because for me personally, I don't know, and some of the other people we know, I truly, at this point, at this juncture, don't want to see them married. That man has treated that woman horribly. I know it happens, but right now, I just I just can't deal with Anthony. And in this particular moment, in this moment, it's very hard for me. Okay, I'm going to read some comments while she's gone. Until Sharon gets back. I know they're going to keep them together. That's the flagship, but I have a hard time just accepting what Anthony is doing and how much he's hurt her, and it hurts me, to see that. And that would be for any woman that was suffering. So, most people are saying, well, it's kind of split. We want them to divorce, and then we think that they're going to keep them together. And people are asking, why isn't Kai at preschool? It says a lot of children say a lot of words early, some of them slow. Okay, Angela Atkinson. My kids were chatty Cathy's, maybe because I am. Just chatty Cathy away. And Iris Best says, I think there may be too many people around than we see for Kai to speak more. My grandson doesn't talk much around a lot of people. That makes sense, Iris. I understand that. Durain says, I don't believe that because why go through all this trouble and headaches and Wayne doesn't write them to split up? That's not right, Wayne. Split up with his wife. And Durain, I had that same thought also. I mean, he left his first wife, or they got a divorce, and he never married again. But if he's going, supposedly, this is kind of like how his life went. So they broke up. Wayne never got married again because he had a rocky first marriage. Please, thank you. Please click like and share the subscribe button. And if you see the hype button come across on Sharon's page, please hype her up. Sharon has qualified with 1,000 subscribers. So give her a round of applause. Everybody that just came in. Del Marie, how are you this morning? Wayne said, if she sticks to her godly ways, she will get her way out of this situation. They already tried to get back and it didn't work. And I have a comment just quick on that one. The fans will think Amber is the biggest fool ever to take Anthony back for a second time. I was thinking about the Mama Brenda, and you all were saying that it was spiritual. I personally was thinking it was Anthony because Amber was in her peace. She was fine with everything, gone. And she opened that door. She let him in with no boundaries. And again, I think I said yesterday, she has been miserable ever since that man came back. She has not had one day of peace. And that right there, that's a lot. I mean, how do you go a whole, year now with no peace of mind? She's steadily pouring into him, and he does nothing except throw the Bible against her. The Bible that she taught him.
There was a comment by Carolyn, and she said, when they get back together, remember how they get back together. Remember, Anthony came back with a purpose to save his money.
Yes.
Amber was not healed. Amber was getting there when Anthony came back. Anthony was on his knees begging and crying.
Mm-hmm.
And Amber left and Amber came back, and then she left the door open because maybe something touched her heart.
Mm-hmm.
I think they had needed more time
Mm-hmm.
to really saw through what exactly was happening between the both of them, and they did
Mm-hmm.
not at that time. Anthony came back and started cooking that dry salmon and whatever else he was doing, dancing and flipping his foot up in the air and all that. And I think Amber was missing that.
Yes.
Why I think Amber actually took him back, because when Amber think about it, it was something that she was missing. It was
Yes.
maybe cooking once in a while, maybe the dancing, the laughter, and all of that. I think she was just missing that. And for that one moment while she was missing that, she decided to, you know what? I'm going to take him back. I'm going to forgive him and I'm going to do all of that. So sometimes people make decision on just one moment in their life.
Yes.
Sometimes it work out and sometimes it doesn't. But it's just that one moment I think she made that one decision to take him back.
All right. Can I say something? What I'm thinking is this. Amber took him back because she loves him, number one. And at the time, she didn't want Shayla to win. But it doesn't have to boil down to all about Shayla. It's about Amber. She loves him and she do it too fast. She should have let God continue to move within the two of them. When she left that door open, she shouldn't have left the door open yet. Make him suffer some more, put in some boundaries into place, tell him what she will stand for, what she wouldn't stand for. You know what I mean? That make him know that what you were doing before you weren't supporting me. Because guys, when I look at the past videos, from the beginning, Anthony was never supporting her. He was always busy. And she accepted that behavior from Anthony. So it become a norm now for Anthony. So he doesn't, when she keep on says, you're not supporting me, he doesn't know what that meant. Because when they were just getting together, I saw a video yesterday, she has a play and he was supposed to go and he did not go because he was busy with business. And it keep on going. If you really watch them, their past videos, see that. And when she left that door open, what she should have done, they sit down, have a conversation. This is my likes, this is my dislike. We're going to have movie night once a week, twice a week. We're gonna go to dinner, we're gonna go on trips. I'm gonna plan it. You know what I mean? Put everything what you want your husband to do. Because men, they don't really are frugal like women. Some men are. Some men are really says, okay, he will have his secretary do this, but Anthony don't have a secretary because he does everything on his phone. He doesn't go to a physical building. So everything is done by phone. So Anthony could have just simply, you know what I mean? And Amber is the wife, and wife tends to do things. Wife is the one that book vacation, does a dinner, whatever. But he can surprise her too, right? And he fell by the wayside. So she accept she accept that in the past that they don't do anything. So when he comes back in now and she's not seeing him stand up for her, he's not supporting her, you know what I mean, and the disrespect, and he's bringing up back Wayne, what she should have done, let them have continue with the couples therapy, not with that lady. They get a couples therapy and they continue addressing Wayne situation and Shayla situation. You understand? To let the marriage come together as one. So I think this is why the writers decided, so you know something, we are gonna break them up again. We're gonna break it and rebuild them and show the audience how God can be popping inside this marriage. And the reason why I said what I said is the last bit I saw with Dave. And that is why I'm just saying this. It can go another way that she actually does get a divorce. But right now, what I'm seeing, it's not showing me that, the writer can actually Change it. All right, Nanya, I have anything to say, and then we'll take some more comments, and then we'll play the other video.
The only thing that I have to say
Mm.
is that I think we all pretty much know what Amber should have done. Um, and I do realize that she wasn't putting her foot down before when it first happened.
Mm.
When they went on that honeymoon, there's no way I would have went on that honeymoon with all those people.
Mhm.
But she did set a precedent. And when he came back, she just let him walk in. And I knew when she did that, I didn't think Anthony had changed. I didn't care about his dry salmon and I didn't care about his begging. I actually laughed at it. But I think it just hurts my heart for a good Christian woman to just be dragged. I don't mean to put real emotion in it, but I think that's why I'm so hard on Anthony. And even when she put her feet down, even when she tried to, maybe unalive herself, he didn't care. And it will take God, Jesus, to move him. And I need to see that. Otherwise, I might be the only one, but I can't accept Anthony. I've got to see him broken down and rebuilt. Until then, I have no respect for that man. None. None. None.
We all don't have any respect for what he's doing right now. We are not saying that we love what he's doing to Amber right now. We don't want that. But we have to remember this skit based on God is popping. And with the message that Dave gave Amber today, I am here saying that um, we will see this marriage go down some more. As you says, not gonna take a couple more months, maybe by June. And if Anthony hasn't changed by then, maybe the praying, maybe Dave is actually for Amber. He's a praying man. Amber is a praying woman. You never know. It could go that way. But for right now, he says, Dave says, um, I don't know if you guys will get back together. And the devil is within the mind. It could be, and the devil is using Anthony, the devil is using Amber. So for them to be mean to each other. So when he says that, those are little nuggets. So we can just speak on it. We can, and we audience, we want you guys to put your 2 cents in there too, because this is for you guys also to let us know what you're thinking. And this is gonna be a bumpy ride. It's either with Dave is for Amber because he's a praying man, and but right now we're not seeing any I don't see no romantic business there. It's just a friendship, and Dave is a safe space for Amber to vent. Whatever she say will not be used against her and twist like if she talked to Shayla, or you know what I mean. At least Dave is a voice of reason. That's what I'm seeing right now with Dave. You know what I mean? With Dave and Amber. So I'm happy that she have Dave and Nanya and Charmaine and the chat. You guys were very right. He was there for to be her friend. And that's what I'm seeing right now. Yes, Charmaine.
Okay, so I'm just piggybacking on something that Nanya said, and I'm going to ask everybody a question. Have you ever been caught in a storm? Have you ever been in a storm that you think you're never ever going to get out of? This is a true experience. She's talking, and I remember this. I can remember it was maybe 2004 or somewhere 2006. My husband and son went back to Jamaica, and I was here. My friend in Port St. Lucie asked me to come up. He was opening a new restaurant, and he wanted me to come and help. And I left the day to go there, and I was driving on the highway, and there was this massive thunderstorm that caught me on the highway. I never had a headache like that because I don't even like the highway. And now there was this storm. And every time I get on their overpass, it's like somebody said, pull over. And there's somebody said, continue to drive. And somebody saying, pull over. Every underpass I get on there, somebody saying, pull over. And out of nowhere, and this is like what Dave is representing, there came a truck with the back of it is full of color lights. When I said, I've never seen any truck like that. And there came a truck off of a side road and entered the highway, and I drove behind that truck because that truck was now my guide in the storm. And I drove behind that truck, and as soon as the truck pulled off the highway, there comes the sunshine. I just drove right into the sun. And I'm saying to myself, if I pull off on this highway, maybe I'd still be in the storm. But because the voice said, keep going, and I'm there and I'm praying, and I said, God, I don't know what to do. I cannot see anything in front of me. The rain was coming so hard, and I was driving, and there he sent me a truck, and the truck has the lights for me to follow behind. And as soon as the truck, I don't need the truck anymore, I went straight into the clear. I don't know where the storm went. And I'm saying, sometimes our lives are like that.
Yes.
We are in this storm. It's not for us to stop. It's for us to keep going, because you know what? We are going to get out of that storm one of these days. And maybe that's what Amber life is right now. Dave is the truck that the Lord sent me to guide me out of that storm.
I always keep the phrase in mind, Jesus, take the wheel. I've not been in that kind of storm, but in life storms. And I have found that when I let Jesus take the wheel, he literally takes the wheel.
Yes, he does.
Gets me out of it. I mean, it's just like something opened up and I could walk right through. And I have, you know, that feeling you get over you when you know you're safe again.
Yes.
Kind of like your storm, but just a regular, life. And it's like the blinds have been lifted, the curtains are open, and that is so chilling because we know that was not us. We know that was God that did that.
Yeah, definitely.
We know it, and I just love that. So Shaman, I love your story.
Trust me, it happened.
Because I can relate on a different level, but it's the truth.
Every time I remember it, I'm like, oh my, when I call my husband, when I get to Port St. Lucie and I call my husband and told him about it, he said, I can imagine you were freaking out because one, I don't like highways. And two, there was this storm and there was this headache. And I'm like, oh my God. But the voice keeps saying, keep going, keep going, keep going. Don't pull over, keep going. And that's what I did. And out of nowhere, there's this truck. And I'm like, oh my God, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
Yeah.
True story.
I believe
Amber is going to weather this storm. And Dave is going to help her to get out of this storm. It doesn't matter what she decides, whether she's going to stay with Anthony or she's going to go through with this divorce. But whatever it is, when she gets to that other side, there's going to be sunshine.
Exactly.
She's going to be glowing. Exactly. She is going to be glowing. It's going to be a glow up. Doesn't matter whatever.
A glow up.
But there's going to be a glow up.
Right now, she's on the rough side of the mountain.
Yeah.
You know that song? You guys know that song?
Yeah, the rough side of the mountain. Right now,
she's on the rough side of the mountain. And it, I think seeing Dave and her pray today did something to me. I mean, it was like she finally has somebody who she can pray with.
Yes.
Who's not judging.
I know.
That's the best feeling when you have that. And that's why it touched me.
Yeah, it did too. I love that. That is why I did that short. I didn't do a short. I did a video on it.
I did video, yeah.
I just love that. Okay, let me take some comments here. All right, so Strap Star is on the screen. So I don't want Amber to be with Anthony anymore. He has belittled and disrespected her in the worst way. It's abusive to women viewers as well. It feels so ugly. And I agree with you. But they're saying in real life, we're gone. But sometimes in real life, people go through this storm, as Charmaine is saying, but God work it out in a different way for us. You know what I mean? So we will see if they will actually break them up. And if they do, we won't feel bad. We'll be very ecstatic.
Sharon, I'm sorry, guys. I hope they do. I just can't see that much pain
I know.
inflicted on. I That's hard for me as a woman, and a woman who was trying and trying and trying, and I mean, women go through it, but it's hard for me to accept what he's doing and what he has done. I don't wish people get divorces, but the Lord is, and when the Lord shows up, he shows out. And
Exactly.
that is my go-to. So Anthony is going to have to really get a dress down. He's
Yes, he
going to have
will.
to come
Trust me,
naked.
he will.
I hope so.
He will. Because if they're going, Nanya, if they're gonna stay together for real, Wayne has to break Anthony down till Anthony loses everything, and the only person who is gonna be there again to save him is gonna be Amber.
Is Amber.
And I hope by then, with some counseling, he gravel, and I hope she whip him. I want him to get some whip. Oh my goodness. He get his karma, you know what I mean? But through Christ, all things are possible. Trust me. And anything God put him on and untouched. So maybe they're gonna show us a remarkable return of a miracle in the Dalton marriage, or they
Yeah.
just go their
See,
separate way.
what I don't understand with people, and people keep saying Anthony can't change and he'll not
He
change.
can change.
Saul? You remember Saul?
Oh yes, I
Used
remember
to
Saul in the
persecute the
Bible.
Christians.
Yes.
And when God put his hands on him and changed him, he was the
Hmm.
one who was spreading the message.
Exactly.
So there, people can change. I
Yeah, people
mean,
can change.
I look back at my life and here I am, that's a testament that I have changed. I
Girl, we
mean,
got walking testimonies, okay?
I have
That we
changed.
have
So,
walking
yeah.
testimonies.
Okay,
So,
let me get the chat involved in this now. All right, let's read about 10 comments, guys. All right, so Gwen says, Rhonda Wright, waiting on his first day. And Doreen says, that's right, Nanya. That's right, Nanya. Me to not right. Magnolia says, I'm with Trap Star. And Janet says, I want her to be happy. It's her choice. Exactly. And Wayne said, God is going to provide someone for her that does not belong to anyone. Oh, really? That is going
Wait
to
a
be
minute.
nice.
Was that in a live? Ask her
Is that
why
on
it's in a
live?
live.
mm.
Oh, please put it in the chat. I need to know.
Me too.
Yeah, we need to know. So if that's the case, then it's going
That
to be
does not
the...
mean it's not Anthony, because he can still be Anthony and he's not attached to anyone. Can be
Okay.
proof that Kai is not Shayla's baby.
Oh,
So he
yes,
can
yes,
still be
yes.
Anthony and he's not attached to anyone.
All right, let me finish with the comments and then we just jump back into the meat of the matter. Okay. So Sabrina says, but isn't that both of them, though, Nanya, since she told Anthony about the divorce, both of their attitude and communication have been trashed, and that is so true. And you want to address that before I go to the other 9 comments?
Well, the thing about, I think when you haven't been in a divorce situation, you have to understand that there's always either both people triggering each other or one person that has downtrodden, downbeaten the other person. So eventually, the one that's being beat up on is going to start to fight back if they still have a backbone. So the comments And Sabrina, this is a good comment, but they are eventually, if you're a woman of substance, you are going to get an attitude. You are going to stop this man from stepping all over you and dragging you. So when people say, oh, when we all say they shouldn't argue, they shouldn't fight, he should leave her alone. And I stand by that. The woman doesn't want to be touched by him, leave her alone. So if a person just wants to be walked on like a mat, so be it. But that's now not the perfect wife anymore. And there is going to be negative communication. That's just life. I mean, it's not a game. It's not cartoons. It's real. You have real people's feelings and spirits and mindsets. So when you think about somebody being abusive and the other one's not, it's to be expected. I mean, unless you just don't fight back. So there is going to be ugly communication because you see she can sit there and try to be quiet, and here he comes bothering her. And there people do that. They don't want you to be at peace. They don't want you to ignore them, and they will say anything to get your attention.
Sharon, you
Okay,
remember, did
thank
I
you,
send
Nanya.
you, before you read these comments, but did I send you
Mm-hmm.
a video with Amber sitting in the park and writing in a notebook? I think it was in her diary where she was in a blue outfit. I think it was a blue.
Charmaine,
Huh?
oh yes, yes, you sent me. Yes,
Did
I
I
saw
send
it.
you that? I would very love for everybody to just maybe if they can find that video to go back and watch it where Amber was just talking to God, just telling God what her problems are and praising him at the same time, and
Mm,
talking about her baby and what she'd like. And in the end, she was walking down the street with this little boy. And the little boy was saying,
yeah.
Mommy, I don't remember the exact thing what that little boy was saying, but I would love for that ending for her.
Yes, I love that too. For her to be a mommy. All
Yeah.
right, guys. So back to the comments. Okay, so Anthony treat Amber like trash. Nobody want them together. And like, share on both channel. Thank you, Nancy. And Chapstar says this has been ugly for woman viewers to see. They need to divorce rather than Anthony continue to emotional, verbally abuse Amber. It's been 2 years. It's ugly. And you're absolutely correct, Chapstar. And Angela Atkinson says, is Wayne gonna make Anthony have multiple baby mamas as him? Oh,
Maybe Amber's going to be a baby mama. So he's
oh
going to have,
Lord. Gwen is.
remember Wayne baby mama, they
Mhm.
divorced because they had the kid and then they divorced after it was a wife, then she became a baby mama. So maybe that's what they're planning to do with Amber. Turn
Yeah.
her into another baby mama for Anthony. Who
Oh
knows?
Lord. And then simply says, I love your analogy, Charmaine. I also think God sent Dave to get Amber attention, sharpen her faith, remind her of her purpose now that she put her ego out of the way. God will send an angel. And you are absolutely correct. Simply,
And
I
what do I
love this.
call Dave? Her
Yeah.
guardian angel. And I think God sent that man to help her.
Thank you,
Mhm.
Simply. That was awesome comment. I love that comment. And let me see now. That was my fine. You know what? My mouse just run away from me. And thank you, Angela Atkinson. Thank you, darling. And then Magnolia says Anthony doesn't love, protect, cherish, or value Amber. Well, if they're gonna stay in this marriage, then he has to learn to do that. But we're not seeing that right now. And Latoya is Lala is clapping. I want this marriage to be over. Majority of our chat needs the marriage over. Dropstar says there's been no change, no consequences for Anthony, Shayla, and Angela for the reason they will not change because nothing has happened to them to experience remorse. And something is definitely is brewing because we talked about that yesterday, Dropstar and Nanya sis chat last yesterday on her live that Darian and Malachi is in business together. So and their property, the pipe burst. So maybe Anthony will end up lose that money that he hid from Amber. And then that because that is God. And when he loses money, then what is he gonna do? Go cry to Amber? I believe Anthony is the devil. Mama Brenda was talking about. And Nancy says verbal abuse trigger me. Definitely it does. And Magnolia says there's a clip I found where Coca warned Amber not to take Anne back. Okay, thank you, Magnolia. And Nancy says, I would left that house a long time ago, for sure. And Miss Petal says, I agree with you, Nanya, that this is not only disturbing to watch, but it's disturbing as everyone who's been through this to watch. And you're absolutely right, Miss Petal. And Dolly says, congratulations, Sharon. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. So if you're just joining the chat, I just want to thank everyone for helping me get to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you guys so much. And Anil TV, thank you too. I can't leave you out of this. Okay, and so now we need to help Nanya to get to 1,000 subscribers. So she need 120. Okay, guys. So who haven't subscribed, please go over and subscribe to her, and please continue to subscribe to me too. And please like. So if you're here, you're live on the channel right now with us, and you haven't subscribed, please do so. Both channels are streaming live at the moment. And please like the content so YouTube can push it out some more. Okay. We appreciate you very, very much. Back to our comments. So Carolyn says, this will be a stab in woman back for Wayne to put Amber back with Anthony. God say, use wisdom. God doesn't want women to be a long-term suffering doormat. And that is true. And I hope that's not what they're doing. Hey, Dolly, Angela says, and Amanita says, reading the comment makes me feel like people enjoy seeing Amber suffer. They are already open. Dave do her wrong. Amber apparently can never live in peace because she cheated, but they want Anthony happy, and I understand that. There is a lot of people just don't like the Amber character for some reason. I don't know, but they rather somebody like Shayla, who is a 304, to be happy, and they keep on forgetting that when Shayla was with Anthony, cheated with Amber's husband, she was actually in a relationship with Darby, Wayne's brother. And everybody thinks that's okay. In my book, that's not okay, right? And Donna says, I hate to see her stay in the marriage. Jesus hardly ever pop in these skin. So much has been said and done. I think they have some new writers, so I hope they're gonna do better. So we're just here for the ride to see what happens. Anthony is in his feelings again, definitely. Amber also told Ernestine that it was her ego that took Anthony back. Thank you for that. And Miss Fetal says, Amber also told Ernestine that it was her ego that took Anthony back. Did I just read that?
Mm-hmm.
Amber loves her husband and took him back. Definitely, Rhonda. Angela Phillips says, hello, everyone. Welcome in, beautiful. How are you? Happy Sunday. Magnolia says, I agree. And Amina. And Angela Atkinson said, why the writers dragging this divorce? We don't know. Maybe they don't know where to take it. And Mary Ware says, congratulations, Sharon. Thank you, beautiful. And Angela Phillips says, I agree with you about Amber, Sharon. Thank you, darling. And Chris, we look over here. Chris Maxwell says, hi, Chris Maxwell. Anthony lawyer gave you some bad advice, seriously. Who is Anthony's lawyer? No, she did give him a good advice, but he needs
No,
to.
she tell him to wait out Amber. That's not good advice.
Yeah, that's a bad advice. And Misty says yes, she missed, missed that, but she also thought he was going to be better. Anthony come back and make her sail the bar. He started hiding money. Darren come in the picture and was rude. It wasn't what she thought. Exactly, Misty. And Magnolia says, left a little on both page. Oh, she left a like on both page. Thank you, darling. I believe it her conscience that make her took him back. He fake forgive her, and she thought she could forgive him. This is why God. Remember when Anthony screamed at her when she was leaving, and he called out her name, say, Amber Ty Dalton. I love that scene, by the way. That is God making they're going through this. So at the end of the day, you guys have to go back and watch the skits and pick out the nuggets. God is working in the midst. He has to break them up for them to see. You know what I mean? For them to be able to forgive each other. If they don't, the marriage not gonna work because she's resentful of Sheila having the baby that she's supposed to have.
In how many times I'm going to tell you, I'm not signing those divorce paper. And Amber is just having a ball. And then Amber said, just sign and give me my 50%. And he said, you're delusional. I am not going to give you no 50%. He did not say this time. You realize he did not say you're not getting anything. He said, I'm not giving you no 50%. That's what he said. Before,
Yes.
he said he was not going to give her anything. And now he said, I'm not going to give you no 50%. And Amber said, we'll see. And he just turned around. He did not even say, hi, Kai. He just turned around and left. So, Amber is wearing him down.
Yeah, she is. She is.
She's wearing him down. Yeah.
Okay, Nania, jump in this one.
Okay, this one I actually laughed at Anthony running in the kitchen with his little ankles. All I could do was laugh. He looked so funny coming around that corner, running. He's just running with his little feet. But he was so mad that how dare she embarrass him in front of Shayla and the baby. I don't like that yelling in front of the baby.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
What they're talking about. However, you have embarrassed this woman for 2 whole years with Shayla. Every time something just pinches him, he just blows up. He cries like a baby. He whines. He gets angry. And it's like, what is it other than pride that makes Anthony think that he's harmed, but he does not care about harming anybody else? He doesn't care. It's just about his narcissistic views. And that's what I see in Anthony Dalton.
Okay, before Charmaine jumping in, let me take 5 chat comments, guys. Okay, so Angela says, I believe it's her conscience that, okay, we'll read that already. So Rhonda says they did have a date night when he returned to the marriage. Exactly. But when Amber says she's not going to divorce him, he stopped all the goodness. He stopped cooking. He stopped everything. That, you know? And then Dolly says, I agree, Sharon. That's the key point is Amber should have set some boundaries with Anthony before she let that door open. And that is what everybody is agreeing to. And we thank you for that, Brenda. And Wildeberg said, oh, hi, beautiful. How are you? Woulda, coulda, shoulda. It's over. Both need to go heal for their next relationship. So true, Wildeberg. So true. I like that comment. And then Angela Atkinson says, Rika, Anthony don't have any romantic bone in his body. All. If you slap with the robots. Yes, you know what, guys, I was going to do, Angela, I was going to do a video yesterday, but it was, I think it was too risky. I'm trying to remember if it was Charmaine sent it to me or it was me find that video. But it was this batch. Oh no, I know who did it. It was Goddess London. Send it to me in the chat. And Goddess, if you're here, I watched that video when it's bachelor night, and all those people was there, and then the police lady. And when I watched the second one, I really wanted to do a short, but I didn't know which part in that short I want to show. The police lady came in, and he thought it was one of the girls them that was there, and he was enjoying himself and telling, what's that guy? His lawyer friend there, Shania or whatever his name is. Yeah, Shania. Yeah. Oh, this was a good, but this is a good, great idea. And he was coming on to the police lady and slapped spanker in her bottom, and then he got arrested. And I laughed so hard. So Anthony knows romance, but he chooses not to do that with Amber. So if your and Amber is not equally yoked, he should really go back to Shayla, really and truly. Because when I watched that, I said, he does. Because he's into that 50 Shade of Grey kind of thing. You understand? That's what Anthony is into.
She's not.
That's not romance, though.
That's not romance. Yeah.
I know, but he is into the 50 Shade. But he has to learn. She has to put on some videos for him, let him watch it for him to teach him.
Anthony knows romance, Sharon. Remember that picnic he had for Yolanda when they were together? He also took, after Amber lost the baby.
Yes, I watched that video too.
Amber in that meadow thing where he put his hands around her eyes and lead her to that picnic.
Yes.
And he also took her on a boat ride.
Oh, so yes,
Anthony, no romance.
Yes,
remember he had those rose petals on her bed.
And the bed, yeah.
So Anthony knows romance. It's just that maybe he gets too comfortable now and he don't think he needs to do it.
Charmaine, you said it best yesterday and a few times on the live. The reason why, and I said it also, and Nanya, the reason why Anthony changed from Amber is because of that meddling Shayla.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Shayla told that secret, because if Shayla never tell it, Amber would never tell it. Amber would have taken that to her grave.
I think she'll tell it.
Really? I think she would take it. But
no. For some reason, I think Amber her conscience would not allow her to not tell him.
But sometimes it's best you don't tell that.
Yeah, but I think she would tell him, maybe not at that point. Maybe further down the road. Like, remember with the Dayland thing? When they renew the vows, and she didn't have to tell him that Dayland kissed her. But he said, we are coming clean with everything. We are going to start afresh. No more lies, no more secret. And she told him about Dayland. And I think somehow she'll tell him about Wayne.
Okay.
I mean, it might have cost her marriage, but she'll tell him. And maybe if she did tell him, it would be different coming from her than coming from somebody else. Remember one second, Nanya. Remember what Amber said to him when Ron told about the key and Piari? And Amber said, if you told me, it would be different than if he asked her, so is it if I told you, would it be different and it's coming from somebody else? And she said yes. So if people will accept things if it's coming from you because they think it's genuine, if it happened to you, than if they hear it from somebody else.
Yes. So this is why Anthony is comfortable with Shayla.
I'm waiting for Wayne. Yes. I'm waiting for Wayne to get karma in his part of laying up with that woman on her wedding
night. Our wedding day.
There is none on the horizon. Are we ever going to see any? Or is Wayne going to walk away scot-free?
Maybe it's in the horizon because he needs his karma. Because Shayla, Angelina, Damini, who else on there need karma?
All of them. Wayne need karma, Angelina need karma, Shayla need karma, Dominique, Libby, Terry 2 time. This girl, what's
Oh,
her name?
the illegal
Genesis,
queen, karma.
Bethany. All of them need karma. Trey need karma.
Oh
All of
yeah.
them need karma. Jacoby, if you
I'm
come,
Mike. I'm Mike.
Mike, all of them need karma. Jocelyn, come on. The whole
Mhm.
entire skitler needs
I
karma.
feel cheated at one for that. Let's get me tell you.
I
Oh my God. Nani, we're not hearing you.
no, I mean, of course they all do, but for me, it's Wayne. Is Wayne ever going to write himself in a bad light?
He
Nothing
better.
is, and I think that bothers me a little bit. I mean, he goes to therapy, but then he hits on the therapist. So what?
I remember that skit. And the therapist was what's his name? Wife, ex-wife. Now she is.
Ex-wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Anyway.
I'm waiting for that.
you know
Country
why
Wayne.
Wayne is not. You know why Wayne is not getting any karma. If you think about it, all the ladies that came into Wayne's life, they left better than when they came in, because he makes sure he take cares of all of them.
Yeah.
And there he's not going to get any karma because he makes them better people when they leave than when they came in. So
That's a true one.
yeah.
Except Amber, who's steadily suffering.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're right.
when
She's
Amber
the
left,
only one keep on getting karma.
Amber left to go be with her husband. That was what she did. She left him to go be with this man who was her husband. Wayne was not happy that Amber was going to get married. Did you see that when Anthony proposed to her and Wayne was like, please say no. You can see the expression on Wayne's face, like he's like, please say no, please say no. And he was shocked when Amber said yes, because he could not believe that in that moment Amber would actually say yes.
I know, eh?
You can imagine he's thinking, no, she's going to say no, she's going to say no. And then Amber say yes. So you could see the shock on his face, that his eyes were like popping out, and he's like, she really said yes.
But to me, I thought about that a while back, but that carries the same weight as when Anthony left Shayla. That I didn't.
It was a soft karma.
It was a soft karma. Yeah, it was soft. So I
Would
guess
you like to read some chat? Get the audience involved. Let's see. If you can see it, if not you, then Charmaine.
Huh? I hope Dave suggests her to get a therapist so she can work through her hurt. People want her. You jumped that.
Oh, sorry.
People want her to behave like a robot, but she isn't a robot. She's human. This one coming from Angela Atkinson. The first therapy should have been about both Shayla and Wayne, but it was all about Wayne. And this one is coming from Carolyn Brown. Right, Donna, no excuse for Anthony. Angela Atkinson again. Money is Anthony's love language. Dolly said so true, Angela Atkinson. And this is Trapstar. Wayne is breaking them because he wants Anthony with Shayla. He's silly enough to think that will be the flagship couple. However, he will be in for a rude awakening with the views. I don't think he's doing that. Because, guys, if you go on Facebook and you look at these views, you can see that Shayla views are like way down. Unless Shayla is in it with Iman or in there with Anthony or something blow up. But if it's just a regular little thing, her views just barely make 500. When even with Anthony, her views is like 600. And right now, Amber and Anthony view is doing 800, 900, a million. Even in yesterday morning, their views went to 1 million. Just that first skit, They got 1 million views less than 24 hours. So I don't think Wayne is going to become Shayla and Anthony is going to become their flagship couple. No. You know what I'm also thinking? Just give me a few more seconds to say. Piari is going to be also Shayla Karma. Because you know what's going to happen? When Piari realizes that Ron is gone, she is going to get drunk and she's going to tell Shayla what Anthony told her, that she should be the person he marries because she knew him from college. Watch what's going to happen. And if you guys put this out there, I need my check. But I'm thinking Anthony Piari is going to tell Shayla that in one of her drunken moments, because Ron not coming back. She does not realize yet, but when she realizes that Ron is actually not coming back, she's going to go on a binge drinking and she's going to be telling her business. Trust me. She's going to tell Shayla maybe I should have stayed with Anthony because he just told me the other day that I should be the one he marry. Watch. That's going to happen.
I totally agree with you.
People are so delusional. So you rather for a man like Anthony to treat Amber this way, make it make sense.
I agree with you.
Because the fact is, people saying words. Amber is saying the same words. It's not like Amber is not telling him words. Amber is using her words as well because Amber said she told him things because she wanted to cut him as deep as she. So they're sharing barbs. Amber said this, Anthony said this, and Amber called him all sorts of names, and Anthony is doing what he does best. So it's not like Amber is there innocent and not doing or saying anything, and we have to be fair and unbiased about it. Amber is saying her thing too. Amber has been saying a lot of words to Anthony since this divorce. Look how she did him in the bar when they were in the bar. Sometimes she call him, she treat him like he's a little boy. And we have to be honest and we have to be fair. It's not like Amber is just standing there and Anthony's doing all of that and Amber is not saying anything. Well, Amber is 10 toe down with whatever she's doing.
But we have to realize she's coming out of that perfect wife mode, where she's just standing there like a doormat, letting him do what he wants because she made him feel that he is king. And now that she's fighting back, everybody's like, well, Amber's being this and Amber's being that. Well, I think it's about time because she was perfect wife long enough, I do think. And Anthony thinks he's still going to treat her the same way. So when Amber fights back and then people say, oh, I don't like what Amber did. Well, I don't like what Anthony did for all these months.
That's the thing. Both of them are doing to each other. Both of them are hurting each other. They're both hurting each other.
But why are they getting angry? Because Amber is standing up for herself now.
Yeah.
Where were these people when he was just dog walking her?
And it's the same thing. People getting angry because Amber is standing up for himself, and people getting angry because Anthony's saying whatever he's saying. Mm-hmm. But you have to be fair. They're both hurting each other with words. With words.
Okay, so continue with the comments, Sharon.
Okay, people are okay. I read that one again already.
Okay.
The Christian woman is being dragged. Nanya and the evil woman prospering.
Exactly.
That's what upsetting the audience. But sometimes, listen, and people, we have to be okay. This is the thing. Sometimes when we say we are Christians, this is who the devil came after.
Yeah, it's true.
The devil does not go after his people, which Shayla is the devil's people. The devil comes after God's people because they're the ones he can test. They're the ones he's not going to go after. The devil don't go after Shayla because he has Shayla in his clutches already.
Yeah, exactly.
Amber is the one that's going to get tested over and over and over. God is not testing Amber. God is allowing Amber to be tested like he allowed the devil to test Job.
Yes.
That is what is happening. God could stop whatever was happening with Job at any moment. But he allows the devil to test Job because, at the end of the day, Job was still going to stand 10 toes down for him. So people need to be aware of Christianity and all of that. I was brought up in a church, in a Pentecostal church. So I can go there with anybody when it comes to Christianity. You are not tested until you start saying you're a Christian.
Yep. So
Until
true.
you start to serve God. That's when you get tested. And you get tested in the worst way. I've backslidden so many times and went back because sometimes Satan is stronger than you or stronger than your beliefs. You pray, you fast, and you thank God for this, but then Satan come at you from every single angle, and he'll show you the big, pretty picture. And if you're not strong enough or your faith is not centered on God, you will slip because he's showing you things that you think is good for you. And sometimes God will allow him to do that because he wants to he wants your faith tested. He wants to make you strong. He wants to build you into that person that will always stand up for him. So when people talking about devil and what, the devil does not tempt his own people. Sheila is in the Satan clutches already. Why you think the devil going to tempt Sheila? No. The devil not going to tempt Sheila. The devil is tempting Amber because Amber is of God. So Sheila is not tested. Amber is the one, and Amber is going to be dragged and dragged and dragged because she is of God. And that's what the devil comes to steal and destroy. The devil come to steal, kill. I'm not going to say unalive. The devil come to steal, unalive, and destroy. And that's what Amber is going through. Amber is going through that. Sheila is not going through that. Why? Because Sheila is not of God. Sheila is of the devil. So the devil will continue to use her. But Amber will continue to be tested until the Lord see fit for the test to be over.
Okay. The test to be over. Nanya, you have anything to say on that? No? Okay, you want to read some more chat? Nanya, read the chat next. Oh, yeah, you're muted.
I have to look at my phone because I can't follow that. Where did you leave off, my dear?
It says, okay, so Delamere says Amber need to see how much money Sheila is getting.
At
Don't
Del
allow
Marie.
Sheila inside the house, collect Kaya at the bottom of the steps. No late night going to Sheila.
At Del Marie's?
Yeah.
Okay. I was following you. And then I got engrossed in what you were saying.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, that's okay.
It's on the screen. I put it on the screen, Nanya.
Right, Angela. We all know why he came back and why he won't sign the papers. It's the money. That's true. It's the money. Well, I still don't think he loves Amber. I just don't. I'm just going to pick up with Gigi's. Dolly Wayne was not going to stop that wedding. He didn't want Amber to be in a relationship with him. He was just lusting after her. Simply says, yes, Shaman. Also, Wayne is upset Amber went back to Anthony. That's true, Simply. I think he tried to replace Tamara for Amber in his mind. I agree with that as well. People are beginning to understand she's one-dimensional character, even though she stays in the middle of the Daltons' marriage. Oh, you mean Shayla? Yes. And then Dolly says, right, Gigi. Wayne just wanted to put on a show. Angela Atkinson says, I love what Dave said to Amber. Don't go out as a bitter woman. Go out as a better woman. Angela, that is the truth. And then Tina's laughing at Shaman or with you. Dolly said, I believe you're right, Amber. Put up with a lot of disrespect from Wayne. And I think, Gigi, that's when she said to Wayne and Anthony, they were not God. She is fed up with both of them. Roan is into Charday, yes. Shayla's going to tell Amber, probably Nancy. trying to make Shayla the star, but the viewers are not having it. Angela Atkinson, they're definitely not having it, especially on Facebook. They are lighting Shayla up. Um, Nancy B. the Scratcher, Roan and Sade chemistry. Dolly says, I like that too, Angela Atkinson. Gigi said, people are not interested in seeing Shayla and Anthony together. I'd rather see Anthony alone so that he can find himself. And then he can maybe try to get Amber back. But he needs to find himself. Nobody can direct him within his own head. That's my take on it. Both Amber and Anthony are hurting each other. It's a divorce. That's what happens, Angela. But, you know, anyway. Donna Robinson says, I just feel that Anthony and Amber are unequally yoked. Yeah, they're not yoked at all. He wants his wife to be solely dependent on him. And, Wayne put these characters in as mixed matches on purpose because that's how he developed the storylines. This was by design. This wasn't a mistake because you compare everybody to their equally yoked person in the skits. It's obvious. So that was how the storyline was driven. Carolyn Brown says Roan is handing out shots in the skit last night to PRE, to Shayla, and to Delicia. Roan is gone. PRE, the one who thinks he's still her man. Gigi says Angela Atkinson. Wayne is getting a clear warning. Shayla isn't the viewer star. And you, Shaman, Anthony is upset that Amber doesn't want him. Now he knows it, but she's still not, she won't bend. And that's what's driving Anthony insane. She won't bend no matter what he says, no matter what he does. That's the problem for Anthony. Amber says, I want out and I want you to let me out. And he's no, 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 no. Anthony's, to me, and this, you guys may have a different take, when he said he's not going to lose his money and his wife, or the wife can leave and get nothing. That's a purchase. That's purchasing a wife. You stay with me and get the money, or you leave me and you don't get anything. And then Miss T says, yes, Shaman, don't make me cry. Hi, Trinley. Trinley says, good afternoon, ladies. Gwen says, amen, Shaman. Trinley says, amen, Shaman. I just love the skits with Amber and Dave. They are just so emotional. Angela, I do too. And I actually hope Wayne rewrites it. I'm sorry, I do, but I hope he's a good guy. We know he's God-fearing. He talks to Big JC all the time. Preach, Shaman.
Okay. All right, guys. So we're going to play this skit here now. Let me see if I can get her. Oh, I thought I played it.
And I'm sorry. I just feel really overwhelmed, and I apologize. And
Calm.
and I'm sorry that I'm late.
Sharon, move it back a
I'm
little
here.
bit. You're missing
Good,
something
good.
that I
Yes,
want the
I'm here.
audience to hear.
Present.
Trying to be.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be so late. I apologize. How are you?
Good.
Good. Good to see you.
All right.
I'm just not used to this midday workout situation. And I just had some drama at the house, and just, I had to stop by the restaurant this morning, had a meeting there. Then I had to get my stepchild and got into an argument with Anthony. And I'm sorry. I just feel really overwhelmed, and I apologize. And
Calm.
I'm sorry that I'm late,
Nah,
but I'm
good.
here.
You're good. You're here.
Yes, I'm here.
Present.
Trying to be as much as I can, honestly. I just, hey, look,
And I just don't see it. They have an attraction. They don't act on it. And it looks like they've kind of put it to the side. Like they're not looking at each other like they were in the beginning, like shock and awe. The prayer this morning really touched me.
Yes.
But it made me think. Dave said something to make me wonder, what did he do that made him turn to Christ? Something happened in Dave's life, and that changed him. And in the video, I don't remember what he said, but something did happen, and he turned to Christ. And I appreciated him praying with Amber, because they were having that conversation in the previous skit, about the about the spirituality and about God. And people do call Jesus Christ Big JC. We do it a lot here. I don't call him that, but they call him that. But I love the prayer. It touched me. And I don't even know Dave, but it did touch me. I like the prayer.
Okay, so my thing is there are two outstanding thing I saw. The part where Amber said she went to the restaurant and she had a meeting at the restaurant. People saying that the restaurant is not in whatever. I'm wondering if they remember Bar 44, they changed owner and they could not use it again in the skits. So I'm wondering if the restaurant is going through something similar, because you realize since Amber Anthony met her there, they did not even go inside. She met him outside and then she went back inside. So I'm wondering if something is happening at the restaurant where they can only mention it, but they can't show it until we see them start showing it again. Whatever the situation is might be resolved. That's one. The second thing is Amber still referring to Kaya as her stepchild.
Mm-hmm.
You're asking Kaya's father for a divorce. You did not say my godson. You are still referring to him as your stepchild.
Yes.
Why is that? Remember something again that Melissa told Amber in the very beginning when she was talking about Dave. She said Dave has gone through a lot and he is self-made. He built everything from scratch. So I think Nanya is right when Nanya said Dave has gone through some things. Maybe that's why he turned to Christ. Because Melissa mentioned it in that very first skit when she was talking to Amber about what Dave and whatever, and sometimes Dave is helping people because of what he has gone through. So Nanya is right when Nanya said that. Say Dave might have gone through something actually, because he said when he faced adversity, this is his exact word. He said, whenever time I face adversity, I turn to Big JC.
Mm-hmm.
I turn to prayer. So he's somebody that is used to praying when things is not the way it is going. And I'm telling you again that is how a lot of people are. They come to Jesus because of something that has gone in their life, and that was the only answer they could get at the time. And they realize that every time something happened and they turn to Jesus, they actually get the answer. So they stick with it. And that is all we need to do. And trust me, I could preach from now until next year about the goodness of Jesus and what he has done for me. My soul cry out to him every single day. So that's why Dave is so, Amber is shocked. Amber is shocked because she's not used to men, especially men that she's accustomed to, because Wayne will talk and Wayne will this, but a praying man just praying with you or praying for you. That's what she's shocked about, because most men are not open about serving the Lord or praying or something unless there are pastors like Pastor Chris. So that's what actually shocked her to see this man is talking about. This man is rich. It's not that this is a poor man and he's depending on this or that. This man is rich. He's made, self-made and all that. And he's talking about praying, and he wants to pray for her. He prayed for her and he wants to pray for her now. So she was shocked because I don't think she has ever come across anybody like that.
One moment. Okay. Nanya, say something and then I'll be next. Your mic is muted.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is really quick. Angela Atkinson made a comment, and I was going to make it earlier, so it's not this part. It's about Anthony in the kitchen. Kai was fussing at Anthony when
Yes.
Anthony was fussing at Amber. Did you
Yes.
guys see that?
Yes, we
And
saw
Yes.
Angela
that.
put it up there, so I was glad she did because I remembered. But he was
Yes.
fussing at his daddy because he was fussing at Amber. He was making noises like, and then she told daddy, and then Amber said, tell daddy hush. But Kai was over there making all these little noises at Anthony,
That was so
messing with
funny.
his mommy.
That was so
Yes,
funny. And then Amber said,
it's
"You
so
want us to
cute.
go play?" And he turned and said, "Yes." And he'll just walk away with Amber. Oh
That
my.
was nice. That's what
That was,
happened.
it was
He's
really cute.
protecting his mama, you know?
He was
Kai is
protecting
protecting
her.
mama.
We
Yeah,
never
his
hear
mama
Kai say
Amber.
anything. He never says
Mm.
anything. He was really fussing.
But they shouldn't do that in front of Kai though.
No,
So
absolutely not.
Angelina was right when she said Sheila should keep the baby because right now the house isn't a safe space for the baby. All
Angelina
right.
is doing that for ulterior
Yeah,
motive.
I know. But one moment. I love this skit here with Dave and Amber. So he let her know that it's a safe space. She don't need to worry. And I really love the fact that this man is a godly man. He was able to pray with her because her burden was heavy on him. And he prayed for her and she prayed for herself at her home. And then her husband never one day says, Amber, let me pray for you, or let us pray together. He will say, oh, Amber, you pray for us. But
He
you
prayed for
never hear Anthony
Pray.
pick up that Bible
He prayed.
or him pray. You know what I mean? So
Sharon,
this is nice. When I saw this Charmaine, I'm here saying, I wonder if there's because this would be nice for Amber to have a man that she pray with, and he can pray and she can pray. But it's good when a relation, sorry, it is good when a relationship start out as friendship and eventually it evolve into blossom into something more. But it's not anything more right now. So that is good. It is safe. She has a friendship, and that is awesome. And as I'm just piggyback on what you guys said, Anthony, I meant Amber goes to the restaurant because on your TV, people are saying that she's not at the restaurant. So they have to make sure we see that she
they
mentioned she went
mentioned
to
it.
the restaurant, and you know what I mean. And she have her exercise, and that is good. So as you can see, it is all they brought Dave in as a little distraction for us. And but we're gonna watch and see if it will develop into more. But right now, he is there to guide this marriage back together.
You remember Anthony prayed for Amber one night?
Oh yes.
And he was saying, and every time I think about that prayer, he asks God, and God grant what is in your heart. So if that was in his heart, God is granting it. He asks God to put all of Amber's shame and
On
all of
him.
Amber's pain
Yes, on him.
him.
Yes.
And
I
he
remember
will
that.
bear her shame and he will bear her pain.
Yes.
And if you ask, and it shall be given unto you. So now, that's what the God is giving to Anthony. All of
Amber
Amber's shame
shame.
and all of Amber's shame. Don't
Well
ask her what
said.
you don't
Well
know.
said, Charmaine. Nanya, jump in and then I'm gonna read 10 comments.
I agree with Shaman. I remembered his prayer.
Mhm.
And when he did that prayer, I said, Anthony, you don't know what you're asking for because you don't know the Lord.
Exactly.
He's going to give you what you are asking for.
That's
And
a good one.
that is going to be a heavy load. He's going to take on whatever was directed at Amber. And what is happening now? Amber is like feeling her freedom. I mean, she's got a little anger, of course she does. But Anthony is going to carry so much weight. And that's why I'm wondering what they're going to do with his character.
Yeah.
Because he did pray for that shaman. He
Mhm.
definitely did. And I thought, do you know what you're praying for?
For
When he did that skit, woo, you better be careful what you ask for.
All right. So now I'm gonna take some comments. Well says Nania and Charmaine. So Angela Atkins said, Gigi, I see Dave and Amber is two homies, nothing more. And Gigi said, sorry, I'm a party pooper. I don't like Dave. Nope. And Nancy says, I love me some Dave. Anthony, ooh. And Tina says, hi, Dave. Dave. And Malcolm says, hi, Malcolm. Welcome to my chat, to our chat. So Gigi said, Dave will have Amber feeling like an idiot for telling him all of her business. Malcolm, you start with that nonsense already. Gigi said, actually, I just don't like Dave. They both need to keep it professional. My girl is in a vulnerable state. And Nancy says, Team Dave. And Kelsey says, Kai is a baby boy. They tends to not be as talkative as little girl as toddlers. He is 1.5. He is right on the expert bottle. Think how I know. I have 5 kids and 6 grandkids. Boys are not talkative, and that is true. They're not talkative. Um, Team Dave, Tina is saying, wow. Thank you, Era Charmaine is saying. And Nancy says, thank you for your prayer, Dave. And Janet, Gigi says, Janet, Anthony deserves much more smoke that Amber gives him. I, that man is beyond disrespectful to his wife. He's more than disrespectful, guys. Please, and Tina says, please like, share, and subscribe. Please do that on both channel. Please, we are both streaming at the same time. Nania is streaming also. Thank you, guys. We appreciate you. Thank you. And Nancy says, I love men that praise for a woman. I do too. That is awesome. Team Dave, Team Amber, and Gigi says, I see Dave and Amber as business partners becoming friends. I love the prayer. I don't see anything ungodly in their relationship. Oh, that's Nania says to Gigi. Thank you, Nania. And that's Nania still. The Team Dave, Charmaine, you're welcome. He tells her everything she wants to hear. It's too easy. LOL, Malcolm says. Malcolm, behave yourself. I think Malcolm enjoy trolling us with Amber. I think he's in love with Amber. You know what I mean? That's why he behave like that. Right, Malcolm? And Gigi says, Amber needs healing, not another man's shoulders to lean on. And Team Dave, Team Amber. Team Amber. And don't fall for a girl. It happens to me in college. They tell you what you want to hear in the beginning and smooth talk, Gigi says. And Nancy says, that's its tall glass of water. And Demeter says, I love this budding friendship between them. I just hope
Yeah.
the writers don't ruin it. I hope that, yeah, because they love to ruin relationship, I noticed. A man will come in nice and strong. Iman came in nice and strong. I loved the trees and all those things when he came in, but at least he told Shayla, let the man see him kid. Do the DNA test. Let Amber be around the baby. He was good until he become a cheater. So you know. And Calvin was good too until he got sleep with Brittany. Anyway, and then Noel. Love that for Amber. And Malcolm again. Malcolm says, Gigi, it's game LOL. And he's laughing. Fine. Dorian says, like I says, Dave is here for a reason. Definitely. Love that team, Amber. Team member Dalton and Dave, thank you for praying for my girl. This is what Amber needs, a godly man as a friend. Definitely. And this person says mute. Malcolm says, oh, Gigi says, yes, that's 101 game. Dave not cute. I see him being friends. Of course, they're friends. I don't think it be develop into not more. Dave is pouring into Amber like I like it. I like that too. That's what sometimes people come in our life for a reason and then they're gone. Tall glass of chocolate milk, and he might be the devil like Anthony. Oh Lord. Yes, Tina. Gigi says, Nanya, don't be naive. That's game. Oh boy.
I answered her
Okay.
already in the chat
Okay.
because I'm
And
not
Ron,
naive.
okay.
Yeah.
And
It's okay.
Rhonda,
It's my friend Gigi. It's all right.
and Rhonda says, I hope the Dave character is real stand-up guy like Ron, a real stand-up guy. I hope so too. And Mary says, Dave was sent in by God to help Amber to get her strength. And I do believe this, Mary. And Laura Grant says, I love the fact that he prayed with Amber. And we are all loving that. It touches me. And Tina says, Nancy, yes, that's a real man. Thank you, Dave. You are a praying man who is speaking from God's perspective and a man's perspective. That is so wonderful, Carolyn. And Nanya says, I am not a naive because I like the prayer. And well, says Nanya. And Gigi says, I never heard anybody call Jesus, God Jesus, like big JC, the King of Kings, the Lord of
Jesus
Lords,
Christ. It's
Jesus
Jesus
Christ, my
Christ.
Father, my rock, my gladiator. Backside. Thank you, Gigi.
Yeah, it's Jesus Christ. That's what the big JC is because that's
Yeah,
what we call him, Jesus Christ. We don't call him Christ Jesus. We said Jesus Christ. So that's where the big JC comes in.
yes. So we understood that slang.
Yeah.
And then Sharon says, oh, that's me. Oh, please click the like button. Thank you, everybody. Says, you could be used by the enemy. So she and Anthony right now, their marriage is being tested by the enemy. And remember, all of us was saying, why is she friend with Shayla? And we are wondering why. The devil come in to that marriage because she assumed, no, it wasn't her first. Anthony was doing things and not being truthful. And she started to assume that they're back together. So since she thinks they're back together, she wants that divorce. And she wants the freedom because the devil come right in like that. And Dave, what he said today makes sense. The devil came right there because Anthony wants a divorce on an assumption. And also of her husband not protecting her when he should have with Darren, twice with Darren. And Anthony disrespected his wife by telling Darren and Ben about his wife sleeping with Wayne, his business partner. So you see right there, the two of them met the devil use them. So I think we're not seeing Pastor Chris right now because God have a godly man, and that is Dave. And he has gone through some stuff. And I think eventually Anthony's gonna meet Dave. When Anthony hit rock bottom, we're not seeing nothing yet. When Anthony hit rock bottom, that's when he's gonna meet Dave. And I think Shaman is onto something. Maybe we're going to see that Anthony and Dave is friends from high school. Are they a relative? You never know.
I don't think so.
Okay, maybe not relative then from high school. Maybe not high school, from college or university, wherever. None of you might move, so I can't hear you. So so I think Dave is a godsend. They brought Dave in for a reason.
Yeah.
And I don't see it as a physical thing right now. I know a lot of us don't like the disrespect for sure for what's happening. And if they're going to make the marriage, Amber get the divorce, a lot of us will be very happy. But if she doesn't, I do understand it because with God, all things are possible. No matter you may hear what Charmaine says, no matter the situation, she was in that cloud, that thunderstorm, and the truck was right in front of her. But eventually, God let she keep on following that truck. And when it moved out of her way, the sun was shining. So maybe Dave is there for a reason to get Amber through this. And I think he will be able to help Anthony get through this also. But
Mm-hmm.
when Anthony gets to know himself, maybe they will part ways by then. You never know. Maybe they will still get the divorce, but they will end as friends. Hopefully. All right, take it away, Nania, and then Charmaine.
We actually covered everything that I've said that before. The most all of it, I think. Um, I did think that Dave was sent for Anthony at first, and I thought they would turn out to be college buddies that hadn't seen each other in a long time. Um, but then it was Amber. But what's to say it might not be both? But later, he might meet Dave, and maybe they'll know each other or something.
Mm-hmm.
Because Anthony eventually has to go in that restaurant. I mean, he
Yeah.
can look at the financials, but we know Anthony's got to show his face. As far as Dave is there, I think for a season, and I have to agree, even though I don't like it, that they're going to keep the Dalton flagship together. I don't like
Mm-hmm.
it, but it is what it is because when we filter God in and we see him working already, we even see him working on Angelina. Angelina's
Yes.
over there about to lose her mind. Hey, my God, Shayla, you can get him back. Anthony's not going to want Shayla, and that I'm watching Angelina on the side because she's so devious and she's planning all this in Shayla's head. So and I want to see how Shayla responds to Dave because Amber told her stay away if Dave is around. Don't come around her business partner. So I'm looking for the other interactions with Dave from other people if he shows his face. Because if he's only there for Amber specifically, God has a reason for that. And I truly do believe that because sometimes you meet a person and you're the only person that's known to the other person. They don't meet the other people. They're
Yeah.
not there for them. They're there for you.
Yeah.
And that has happened to me in life. So, and that's a good thing.
Okay. Charmaine?
Okay, so there are a couple of things that I uh, want to talk about. When Dave said about the enemy, remember I said before that the enemy comes to steal, unalive, and destroy.
Yes.
Mama Brenda said to Amber some time ago that do not let the devil back into your house.
Yes.
And Amber was thinking it was Wayne because when she said it's Wayne, Mama Brenda said, I'm not putting any names on it. That's what Mama Brenda said. I'm not going to put a name on it. Because I don't think Mama Brenda was referring to a flesh or a human devil or a human whatever she was referring to. I think she was actually referring to the spiritual.
Mm.
It was they allow after Mama Brenda warned them, warn her, do not let the devil back into your house. And I'm thinking now that it was nothing to do with a Shayla or a Wayne or even Anthony himself being in the human form. I think what they did, because Amber is asking for this divorce on an assumption. Because, yes, it opens back all the wounds of the first time based on what she was thinking is happening now. So all of that is rehashed. And I think Anthony does not even know why Amber is really asking for this divorce, because he thought he was forgiven and everything was okay. Until Amber is going to have to spell it out to him, because Anthony is not a person that can read anything. It has to be bullet point. You have to bullet point everything for Anthony. So I think when Dave said, you let the enemy or to come back, I think he's referenced spiritually. And that is what they allow to come back into this marriage. That is what is destroying this marriage. It's not any person, it's the spirituality of Anthony is not a believer. And Amber is a believer, but I think they want, both of them need to get back into the word and not off the word. They have to be deep into the word. They have to be every day, not just today. You read today and you forget about doing it tomorrow. And 3 days down the road, you pick up your Bible again because something is bothering you. When you are serving God, it is something that you have to do diligently every day. You have to come to him for his forgiveness, because we do sin and come short of the glory of God. But guess me what? You have to come to him every day and ask for that forgiveness every single day. Because sometimes you sin in your mind and you don't even know it, because lust is sin. You might not be lusting sexual lust, but you lust after a car.
Yeah, something.
Somebody owns a car and you're saying, oh my God, that car should be mine. That's a form of lust. So we all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. But we need to be in the word, and we have to constantly be in the word. We have to constantly ask in God for forgiveness. And we have to constantly let in our light so shine before men. And I think Amber light has been dimmed for some time now. And as Dave said, the best revenge is to glow up. And when he said glow up, that means she needs to shine her light again.
Yeah. I just have a quick comment to follow up with, and it's not what you said, Shaman. I agree with 100%. Because the glow up is to radiate, and it's usually spiritual. The thing that the writers do, you know how they write, they have taken this story, and we've gone down this path where Anthony has been an empty vessel, empty shell, no communication with Amber, just be in that house, be intimate at night, and that's all there was for months. Now they have rewritten the story, or basically rewritten that whole story to point it back at Shayla. And I don't know if that's a game that they play so that we can forget the middle piece where he's an empty vessel to Amber. Now it's all about Shayla again. And that's not the whole ball of wax. It's the emptiness and the lack of being a husband. Like Sharon said, no protection. There's no friendship, no compatibility, no nothing between the two of them other than intimacy. They don't eat together, they don't go anywhere together. But now the writers, and I just say this so the chat also will, remember this. Now it's pointed all back at the affair, and everybody's going to forget about this whole empty period of him not being a husband to Amber. And I'm not going to forget it, because this writing is on purpose for a reason. Like when Anthony asked her, teach me honesty. What does that mean? He's around this honest woman all the time. Now they've cut that piece of the storyline and put it to the side. Now it's all about Shayla again. So I'm keeping that on my radar, because I'm hoping that there's a reason they're doing that. I'm not sure what that would be, but please let's not forget that piece as well, because that's mental abuse. That's all.
Charmaine?
Well, as I said before, you have to invite God into your everyday life. You have to invite God into your job. You have to invite God into your marriage, because you cannot do it alone. And sometimes we think it's
My
us.
own journey.
Sometimes we think it's us that is doing it. We are prospering because we get a promotion and we are making some more money. We can go buy that new car that we wanted. We can go out to eat. We can treat our families to things. It's not us. It's because God see it fit to grant us a favor.
Yes.
A lot of people think you're doing this on your own. You're not. So you have to keep thanking him. You have to be gracious, first of all. Gratitude.
Yes.
Tell him thanks for his mercies, whether it be small mercies or large mercies. And I think that's what was not in their marriage anymore. I think Amber was surprised. And when I look at Amber being surprised when Dave offered to pray for her, she started looking around. And for a woman of God, there was not supposed to be any hesitation in her path. You understand what
Well,
I'm saying? For a person who said, I'm a strong believer, and somebody's offering to pray for you, and you're looking around like you're going to be ashamed that somebody's praying for you in public.
I don't think it was shame. I think it was shock. I
But
do. I
she,
looked
yeah,
at
but
that
she,
too, Shaman.
I
I
understand.
did.
But if somebody come to me, approach me, and said, "Can I pray for you?"
I'm gonna say
Yes,
no because
please.
I don't know you.
No, no, no.
I don't
If
know
it's
who you're
somebody
praying
that I
to.
know, if it's somebody that I know, I'm talking like her and Dave, and he said to me, "Can I pray for you?" I'm not going to be
I didn't
shocked
take
and
you.
looking around. I'm going to give you my hand. I'm going to say, "Please, I need all the prayer I can get." But
That
she was hesitant in accepting the prayer that he was offering to pray for her. And as a person of God and a person of faith, that was not supposed to happen. There was not supposed to be any hesitancy in her. She was supposed to welcome that. And she said something again. She said she cannot, she said a decision, sometimes you make decision that you're not even certain of. What decision was she referring to? Was it that she asked Anthony for a divorce and she's not certain she want the divorce? Because she mentioned to Dave that she make decision that sometimes she's not certain of. She is saying things and that she might mean or that she might not mean. So right there, it's showing you that she is wavering. She's wavering, I should say wavering. She's not on any solid footing.
she's
And that's where she
human.
need to get back on a solid footing.
Yes,
It's
she
like
does.
she's forgetting that she's this woman of God.
We fall off at
That's what
times,
I'm
and we
saying.
have to get back
That's what
on,
I'm
right?
saying. I'm saying
Yeah.
we all have sinned and have come short up to the glory of God. But for us, because we believe Amber is this so spiritual woman and she's a praying woman and all
But
that,
I don't. I
she's
see her
supposed
as
to
a woman.
remember all that. And she's supposed to remember that God is my refuge and my strength.
That's like
She is
Ernestine
like
said.
she is like she forgets that God is supposed to be a refuge and strength.
I don't think a lot of people walk around with that just forefront in their mind.
Trust
We
me.
waver, we waver, and
Yes.
when I waver, I always remember footprints, the poem.
That's what I'm talking about. But she's
But
wavering, and
yeah, but,
today
but
it's like she
but you
didn't
have to
remember.
understand. I mean, she's not a spirit. She's a being. She's a flesh and blood woman. She's going to waver, and God knows that. Jesus knows that. We are going to get off the path. He's going to put us back on the path. And I think that's why when Amber wavers, I don't see that she's losing her spirituality. I think that's her human part, that's her flesh part. And then she gets back on track.
Yeah,
But
but she's
that's what we do.
yeah,
We
but
are
for a
the
while,
flesh.
but for a while
We
now
are
she
a
has
flesh. We are not
wavered.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I
We're
know
not
that.
Jesus.
But for a while now she has wavered, and even Dave said to her that faith journey. She's not walking in a faith journey right now. She is not. And the Amber that was before Anthony came back, that's not the Amber we are seeing right now. We are seeing a different Amber right now, because Amber, the one we are seeing now, is like she's questioning herself. She is not making the decision based on her faith, based on what God has for her. She's making decision based on flesh then.
That's exactly right. And I say that again. She is a woman. We fall off, we get up, we pray to the Lord to put us back on track. She is not a perfect walking spiritual person. She is a woman. The husband is back. She's trying to do it without God. She's not thinking.
And
We
that's the
we
problem
do
right
that,
there.
y'all men, as
Please do it
humans.
without God.
We fall
That's
off.
the problem right there,
That's
Nani.
it.
Mhm.
Oh no,
She,
and I understand. I mean, I get it.
that's the problem
We
right
fall
there.
off, but we get back on, and
Yeah,
we
but
ask the Lord
but
to keep
she's
us
taking,
on.
yeah, she's taking
But
too long to get back on, and that's why she's
Yeah.
oh,
thinking that
okay.
she's this bitter person. They took God out of the center of their marriage, because
Yes.
when Anthony came back, you know what happened, Anthony? Amber was this praying woman. You'd see her reading her Bible and she'd be praying, but after a while, they took God out of the center of their marriage.
Yes. Yes.
That is
We
what is
talked about
causing all
that.
this problem.
We talked
Mhm.
about that
If
in
they
O'Neill
put
TV.
God back,
Yes.
they put God back in the center of their marriage,
Yeah, we talked
see
about
what
it.
he can do for them. See what he can do
Exactly.
for their marriage. But they took the
Charmaine,
chicken
I agree.
out. She's
And we
worrying about money, and Anthony's hiding money and all that, and all of that. He's not taking her on trip. He took Shirley on trip to Jamaica, and he's not doing it. She was worrying about the wrong things. She
Don't
started
forget,
to worry
Daniel.
about the wrong things.
she was
Okay, guys, remember, because I think Amber became ashamed because Danielle them and Keisha, people and Ernestine, they were saying, you take him back after you brought a child home with you. You know, so all of the shame and that.
Yeah,
So
we
it
don't have
gets to
any shame
her.
in God, Sharon.
So it gets to her because she left God out of the marriage. Because if she says God tell her to take Anthony back, she let other people word get into the place, into the mix of that arrange within that marriage. So this is why I like that nugget that Dave dropped. That she's making the enemy use her and Anthony. And this is what's happened. This is what caused it. And you see, she lashed out at Shayla this morning when she says, you're the cause of this. So take him with you. I will watch the baby because you never wanted the baby. Remember, she wanted to have an abortion? This is why Amber says what she said.
That's exactly right. And I think a lot of people missed that nugget
Mm-hmm.
because she didn't want Kai in the first place. That's exactly why Amber stated it exactly the way she stated it.
She said, I'll keep him. Trust
I'll
me.
keep him.
Amber will be there for
She
that
didn't
baby.
want him.
But
Yeah,
yeah. All
she
right, let me take
definitely
some
said that.
comments here, guys. I don't want to let you guys out of the loop. I was trying to do I have to ask Anil how to do it. I have the widget, but I don't know how to put it in the chat. It keep on coming up on top of the screen. Okay, so we're gonna play a game. I need you guys to put in the chat, was Dave sent to save the Daltons? Or was he not? Is he a love interest for Amber? I need the comments. I need the chat to be going like crazy. Please click the like buttons, everybody. This our moderators are in the chat, and please, if you don't click it already, please do so. And on both channel, okay, guys? Okay, I'm gonna read some comments, and hopefully you guys can let me know what you guys think. Is he a godsend for Amber? Or it's just not for Amber only. So one can say it's a godsend for Amber, or is it for both the Daltons? So I'll just say the Daltons because Anthony is a part of the marriage too, right? So let's play a game and see. All right. So my first comment here says Anthony and Shayla going to cheat again. I said the same thing, that Shayla is Wayne's favorite. One journalist says, let's talk about it at Carolyn. And One Journey. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, thank you, guys. One Journey. I got 1,000 subscribers. Thanks to you guys. I really appreciate you guys. So whoever haven't been in the chat so far, I got my 1,000 subscriber. Thanks to everybody. Thank you, Onil TV. I appreciate you guys. So let's get back to the chat. Hello, Nanya, and Nanya is saying to One Journey. And Nancy says Sheila is going to catch Delicia and Iman. And thanks, One Journey. And One Journey said, let's talk about it like at Estelin. Okay, thank you, One Journey. We appreciate you so much. And Nancy says, all they do is show and cheating skit. You're right. God is only God. God Gigi says, we have to come into his presence with the thanksgiving and praise, always presenting what's heavy on our heart. And that is so true, Gigi. And Marian says, remember Amber and Anthony said they would not let Shayla's spirit control them when they had the argument, when Shayla came over and said she forgive Amber. And One Journey is telling you guys to like. Let me just put her up on here so you guys can see what she's telling you guys to do. Thank you, One Journey. We love you. We love you. We appreciate you guys. Thank you, moderators. Dolly says, I hit the like button on both channel coming in. Thank you, darling. We appreciate you. Agree, Tina. And Amanita says, they want to keep Shayla relevant and act like she has power over the Dalton marriage. That's why they are forcing on the cheating Nanya. There is a lot of things and did in the past few weeks. Thank you, Amanita. And Michelle says, yes, Nanya, I think OT was shocked. And Anthony is the devil. Thank you, One Journey. I am sick of Anthony yelling at Amber. I'm sick of it too. But guess what, guys? When he yells at Amber, you know some of those movies and they having those romantic scenes gonna come on, the man get angry at the woman. I just want to see, without the baby there, of course, because Kai was there. I just want to see him just grab her, you know what I mean, and plant a kiss on her.
Sharon, I gave up on it.
I
was waiting. I was waiting, and I gave up on it finally. It was like, grab the woman and hug her and kiss her or something. Come on, Anthony, wake up.
Yeah.
But it never happened.
But maybe it will. So Wayne, we want to see some romantic thing going on between Amber.
Yes.
But we know that you have to break Anthony down first, but we want to see that part. Yes. You just smack him on, you know what I mean?
And get
get
Shayla out of his system.
Yeah, get Shayla
because she's starting to build up in there again.
Yeah.
Now she's over with Angelina and she's building up just a little bit, you know? And I'm thinking, no, don't do that.
I know,
both of them, yeah.
And Tina said, I think Amber was in shock because Anthony never come to Amber to pray for her. And we like that. Thank you, One Journey. And Angela Atkinson said, agree, Nanya, she was shocked. Dave gave something for Amber that neither Anthony nor Wayne did for her.
That's right.
Okay, Iselin said, hi, beautiful. She was shocked because it was her first encounter with a man other than Bishop Chris and her dad praying for her.
Yeah.
And I think you guys are absolutely correct. And Nancy says, Anthony gave bad medicine. Yes, he did. Bad medicine. Free Amber, yes. We're having a campaign over here. My old
bad medicine.
My chat wants Amber free, Wayne. Move out of the house. She can't move out of the house, Nancy. Marital thing. Matrimonial, all that. God should have been in the center of the marriage. Definitely. I think this is why they're breaking it to make it stronger, if that's what they're doing. But we think along those lines, although we don't want it to be because of the disrespect and the cheating and the infidelity and all those things. The cheating is still infidelity. Anyway, all right. So back to here. It was shock, not shame. One Journey. Thank you, darling. And Nancy says, move on. And Nancy said, free Amber. And Amber needs time away from Anthony. Guys, if One Journey is after you guys to click the like button because she have a special computer there. So if you haven't hit the like button, please hit it, please. So that way YouTube can just push out our content. You're helping us to grow bigger and wider so we can be on the system here to continue our good work. No, that is respect. we do fall short. That's what God grace come in. Yes, Nancy. Amber was in shock because no one has ever prayed for in a long time. It's been all about Anthony, Sheila, and Kai, and that is true. I think they're going to do something really different this time around, but we'll see. It's either the Marrick stay or Davis for Amber, but we will see. And Anthony is Satan. No, 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 he's not. Okay, thank you. Tina agrees. She was shocked. Dave praying for her. No one ever told Amber they praying for. Not from Anthony, not from Wayne. She was shocked, and that is true. And if Amber was ashamed of praying with Dave, I think she would have denied the prayer. It was shock, not shame. Thank you, Simply. And one journey is telling Connect to hit the like button. Maybe already done so. And then at Nania, I agree. The first time I read Footprints in the Sand, I cried and I had to have that plaque in my home. I have it too. When I read that first, I read a book and then I had to get it and I put it right on the wall beside my bed because he says well, when we are going through our trouble, right? And the woman says, "You weren't there." And she says, I used to see two footprints. And then when I'm going
There
through my
was
trouble and
one.
my tribulation,
It
it's
was
only
only
one I
one
saw. And
footprint.
God says,
I
when you
was
saw the
carrying you.
one footprint,
I
I
was
was
carrying you.
carrying you.
So it was.
And that touches my heart. I love that. That is right beside my bed.
I have one too. Every
Yeah.
like everybody have footprints in the sand.
Yes.
Sharon, when you
That,
finish reading, I want to ask a question. Maybe
yeah.
this is how we are going to engage the audience.
Yes.
When you finish, I'll ask the question.
Okay, let me read five more. Let me just come down somewhere. The devil meaning Anthony is making Amber fall off, regardless of how long the person has walked. They are imperfect. Thank you, Dolly. And Gigi says Amber says she still does pray. Yes, she does. But you know what she also said? You guys have to remember the nugget. She says after she be disrespectful, she knows what she's saying to Anthony, and she does it purposely, spitefully to cut him. And she felt bad that she's doing that. So there is something in her she don't want to, but as I said, when the devil come in, you're doing things that you normally wouldn't do.
Yeah.
So this is why she needed he has to pray for her because it was laid on his heart to pray for Amber. And I think they will need more prayer, lots more prayer. I disagree. Amber wasn't embarrassed for prayer. She made sure Dave was a believer who honor Christ as Lord and Savior. And let's face it all. Fall short of God, glory of God, mercy. And you're so right. What do they think is justifiable reason to get a divorce? And that's with the
Adultery.
bird.
It's
Just
adultery.
yeah, pin that comment for now. And Amber has been bitter from her cause, Shayla and Anthony, that anger has been there and never left her. And that is true, Angela Atkinson. That
Mhm.
is so true. And this is why this have to happen. Because it was always there and she's pretending all this time and she couldn't pretend anymore. Just like oh Anthony lawyer could see that Anthony was pretending and this has to come about. So we may not like how we see the writing is going, but it has to be done this way. It was too fast of her letting him back in without no boundaries. So
Mhm.
this time they're breaking it to make it perfect, I hope. If not, as I said. Okay, so one more thing. Too many excuses for Anthony. He's a terrible, and we have acknowledge that. We all
We have
acknowledge.
to acknowledge it. Yeah.
Yeah, we all acknowledge that. Anthony's been punishing Amber and tormenting her for 2 years. Exactly. So it's either they're gonna let them go because Anthony seems like he can't forgive her for Wayne, and Amber can't forgive him for Shayla. But she says, um, you know what? She says she did forgive him, but I think it still hurt to know that she wanted to be the one to give him his first child. And yet here she mentioned that to Daniel that um she wasn't able to give him that, and I think it hurt her. And if as a wife, if you're a wife, right? you would want your husband, you'd want to have a child for your husband. But nowadays they do have in vitro and those things that can help if she can't, but it didn't say she can't. She said she was trying when Anthony asked her once, do you want for us to have a baby? And she went says, she take a long while to answer, right? And then she says, if God's willing. Okay, Charmaine, go ahead. And then I will play Shayla's
Yeah.
skit.
So the other day, people were, when this divorce started to talk about, when Amber started to asking for a divorce, people were making reference to this War of the Roses, and
I did that.
they were saying that this is going to be War of the Dalton. It's going to be similar to the War of the Roses. Can anybody tell me how that War of the Roses, how that ended? When you watch the movie, how that movie ended with the War
I
of
watched
the
that
Roses?
years ago. I don't even remember. All I know, I think oh yes, that was terrible. Yes, I can't say it
and
online. Yeah,
that's why I'm saying people was comparing the War of the Dalton with the War of the
yeah,
Roses. So if that is what they're comparing it to, because in the end, nobody won.
yeah,
Nobody won. I mean, the husband was trying, when they were hanging from the chandelier, the husband was trying to reconcile, but the
yeah,
wife was not having it. She was so bitter that she could not find herself reconciling. And in the end, they both lost.
yeah. They
They
both
both
lost.
lost. So what was this almost this war that they were doing? Because in the end, nobody won.
Yeah,
Who won in
nobody
the end?
won.
Nobody won. So if this is the Amber and Anthony is going to be a war of the Dalton, who is going to win in the end? Is it going to be
Nobody.
the same thing like the War of the Roses, where somebody
Mhm.
is bitter, somebody want to reconcile, but the other person is too bitter to even consider reconciling, and in the end, nobody won. Nobody will win. So it must be both of them either reconcile or both of them decide that they're going to remain bitter and unforgiving. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. And Amber also said to Dave that she wondered if God will forgive.
Taylor, Anthony's not coming back. Anthony is
Mhm.
really not coming back. He's just saying it.
Okay, let's play this one and then we take it up from there.
Mm-hmm.
The divorce was this messy. It's like every time I even come to their house, I feel some sort of weird tension, and you know, Amber is just done with Anthony, I guess, or at least she's pretending like she is.
Well, I don't know about pretending. You know, my question is simply this: if you knew, if you could just be a fly on the wall, you would just probably be flabbergasted at the things that you hear
You
married
would
people
be
say.
Angelina.
You hear stuff between your father and I, and I really wish you didn't hear that. But speaking of that, I think you were right. I listened to what you said. You said you didn't want to be a part of their divorce,
I don't.
and this is true. But
And
the
I don't
question
want
is,
Kai in it either.
and that's exactly the point. You have to decide what actionable items you are going to put into place in order to keep you and Kai out of that.
Okay, so I mean, I can't control what goes on in their household.
Oh, but you can control where Kai is. You make sure that he doesn't go back over there. And listen, I know that sounds like a knee-jerk reaction, but it's not.
Mom,
If Amber's
he's
yelling
gonna
at
go to his dad's
yes,
house.
but let Dad come here to pick him up. You don't have to show up there.
You don't think that's disrespectful? Iman pays the bills over here.
Well, listen, your son right now is the product of an affair. And do you really think that Amber is going to see him and be, yeah, you would think that.
She says that she loves him. And
Yes.
she doesn't mind him coming over.
Okay, I understand. But here's the thing. What you've got to do is be strategic in what you can do. Whatever you can control, you should. And that means you don't allow Kai to be verbally abused. He's sitting there taking all of that negativity in. And when he comes home and he's acting out of different things, you're going to be like, where is all this coming from?
You think that's from the divorce?
Girl, Can you imagine someone cursing your father out in front of you? He knows that's his father. You've got to protect Kai the best that you know how. And that's how you're going to have to do it. You stop sending him over there, invite Anthony over, let him come pick him up from here because he can take him out anywhere. They want to go to Chuck E. Cheese, they want to go to the park, wherever they want to go. But you are.
Okay, guys, I think that's enough of her nonsense I can stomach. Sorry about that. That's too much. I can't stomach anymore.
So Angelina said, "Oh, to be a
yourself.
oh,
Let
to be
me
a
just hold on. Let me take some of these comments before then we get back into the meat of the matter. Shayla can never rock a Mrs. Dalton. No one can be Anthony's wife like Amber. So true, Angela Atkinson. Hi, ladies. I was having same technical issue. I think Dave is there to help Amber Dalton. Thank you, Annie, Annette. And then thank you, One Journey. And then One Journey giving us that. Thank you for the award, One Journey. It's a celebration. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. So, who have been here before? Or you just jump on? Thank you, guys. You guys help your girl here, Sharon, to reach 1,000 subscriber. I so appreciate you. Thank you. So now our girl Nania need 120 subscribers to reach there too, so we can have a proper celebration. All right, guys. Please do so. Subscribe. And then agree, Tina. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Thanks, Tina. Thank you, moderators. You guys are doing an awesome job. And please subscribe to these beautiful ladies. Thank you, Tina. You're such a... I tell you, Nania, we have some beautiful moderators here with us. Nancy, yes. I am not a fan of Anthony. I know, darling. Anthony asked prayed for Amber when she broke down when Kai started coming to the house. He asked God to take the pain away from his wife and put it on him, and he surely did. He asked for Sharon, mentioned that earlier too. Oh God. And then when everything goes down with Shayla, Amber going to be the one to save Shayla. Why do we want? No.
I don't want to be no one to save Shayla.
No. Who was there to save Amber? Okay, guys.
Yeah.
I'm a godly lady. And I'm a forgiving person. But guys, Shayla is getting away with things so many times. When Amber almost unalive herself, where was Shayla and Anthony wrap up in bed together? When Amber lost her baby, where was Anthony at Shayla 3:30 in the morning?
Yeah.
Where was Anthony when they took David away? What did he say to Daylan? Clyde is fine. He didn't even go over to check on Amber. No. So why should Amber save Shayla? Who was there to save Amber? Thank God her cousin was there with her. No. It looked like we have got have a picket. Go we all march over to Kountry Wayne studio. Have a picket sign up and says, no, Amber not saving Shayla. Shayla need to save herself. Because nobody was there to pick up. Let me tell you now, when I watched that scene with Amber, when they took David, when she had that miscarriage, when she caught, no, it was, and then we're here trying to say, okay, she forgive that. And we were upset when she left that door open. And then I thought after that she get her husband. But the girl didn't do it the right way. Oh, God tell her to do it. Amber did not apply the medicine. Oh, God wanted her to apply that medicine. No boundaries was put in place. No, nothing. Anthony came back into that marriage with his old selfish self. And she accepted that until she couldn't anymore because everywhere she go, her friends, Danielle, and whoever else were there, and the lady who called her and Anthony,
yes,
I forget her name, and you took him back? Or you're still with him? So she felt ashamed.
Yeah.
So now, if they're gonna fix this marriage, they have to do it the right way. And when they do it the right way, if they do it the right way for them to save this marriage, then we can say God is popping in this skit. All right, guys. Okay, so One Journey is telling us to like. Thank you, One Journey. We appreciate you so much. What can Anthony do to get his wife back?
You have to
Nancy?
become a praying man.
Yeah. God
A
have to
God
give him this.
fearing man.
Yes. Maybe him have to become a pastor too.
Well, Reverend Anthony.
Yeah, Reverend Anthony Dalton. That would be something. And you never
Ooh,
know. Maybe
that
that
could
would
be a
be something.
nugget.
Yeah.
We have to remember that.
Yes, that could be a nugget, guys. We're gonna pin that for later.
Mm-hmm.
And when if it does happen, we say, yes, Sharon, we said it on this channel. Sharon Rico review,
We
yes.
said it.
We all said it.
That
Nanny and Sean, we all,
could
Okay,
be.
so Amber can survive in a marriage by herself. Anthony was just on family day and emotional attached to Shayla, treating her as wife and providing for her. She doesn't have to work and brag about it. Exactly. She only can brag about her yes, ma'am. Thank you, One Journey. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anthony acts like a little boy who can't have his way. I love when he gets angry. When he doesn't have his way, just lash out. I wish Amber could just whip him. I said, go to your room. You're not getting no food tonight.
No cookies.
No cooking tonight.
No cookies.
And you're not using your hand either. It was
Put some crazy,
Amber
put some
can get
crazy glue on his hands. Just put crazy glue on his
No,
hands.
yes, put crazy glue on it. Oh, you know, say somebody did that.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh my God. Can you imagine that?
Somebody did that. The person have to end up in the hospital. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Gigi says, there was supposed to be the typo, my bad. And Amber consequence still accuse her, or conscience, Amber conscience still accuse her of her and not excuse her action, which is part of the walk. Anthony is a terrible husband. Yes, we all agree with that. Gwen, I completely understand. I make plenty of typo. Oh yes, I normally make typo like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They both hurt. Agree. And that's why I hope that Amber still has a baby. I can't wait. I would love for her to have a baby. Dave. Just kidding. Oh, I know that would be nice if she have a baby. Become a Sharon review now member.
Oh.
Here are 3 levels. Hit the join button. Oh, thank you, Gwen. Oh, that's so nice. I do not know what YouTube is doing on the YouTube street here. I'm new to it. I'm learning. And Nanny and I gonna learn together. Yes, we're
There's
here
a lot.
together. Thank you, Gwen. And then Kai is not Anthony's father. I will be saying that from the beginning. And we are saying that, Nancy. And if that's the case, oh my goodness, Angelina is going to be crying.
That's what I was going to say. Angelina's going to be grabbing her chest. Oh
yes,
my goodness.
She dressed up to go to the farmer's market. And Amir said, this woman dressed up nice to go to the farmer's market and talk about, oh, Sheila, you should thank me. You should thank me, you see?
That was so disgusting.
Angelina said, oh, to be a fly on the wall. Angelina, you would so be flabbergasted if you were a fly on the wall because you would learn Anthony does not want no divorce. So all your planning is in vain. Anthony doesn't want a divorce. Anthony keep telling Amber. He said to her, how many times am I going to tell you that I'm not signing those papers?
And that's what I
Amber is not backing down from her 50%. There is not going to be any divorce.
Start counting how many times he says
so she's saying, oh, she would be a fly on the wall. How disappointed she would be when after Anthony told Amber, he went back and apologized and say he did not mean it. And he was just trying to get her attention. How would she feel to hear that? Oh, I should have stayed with Sheila. And then in the second breath, he's saying, oh, Amber, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I was just trying to get your attention. That would crush you if you hear that.
Yes,
so you did not really mean it. He was just trying to get her attention or get a rise out of her. So Sheila was correct when Sheila said maybe he was just trying to hurt her. And she was like, no, 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 no. Remember what I told you. Angelina, you're going to be so disappointed when you
She
find out
is.
what Sheila did to Anthony when he was drunk. All you're
Yes.
thinking is that, yes,
All that.
Kai is a product of an affair. It was not an affair.
I think
It
she
was
knows
not
it's
an
not true.
affair. And she keeps saying that. She's going to learn that it was not an affair. There was no affair yet when Kai was, or whatever she's thinking about.
Anthony told her, remember? And it just passed over her head too.
Exactly that. I did not
I
bite the
didn't
fruit.
choose your
Your
fruit.
fruit. I did not choose your fruit.
Your food
Your
chose
fruit
me.
chose me. And she didn't listen. She's going
She
to be
didn't even
so
hear that.
disappointment when all of that coming. Just when Pierre tells Shayla that Anthony said she should be the one he got married to, all that she's going to tell Angelina that as well. Oh, you know, Pierre told me that Anthony tell her that just about a week ago the other day. So it was not even back in college he said it. He just said it a week ago since Amber asked for a divorce. So all of this, she's going to have a different approach when all this comes in front of her and saying, oh, but Sheila was not Anthony's first choice because
I
he's
know.
telling Pierre about marriage. He never tells Sheila about marriage. He never tells Sheila that he was going to marry her. Even when Sheila had their Pinterest board and all those fashion magazine with rings and dresses, he never said, okay, Sheila, we'll get married. Never. So I
One
don't know
more
where
thing.
Sheila is coming from with all her foolishness.
I have a feeling that
Mm-hmm.
Anthony is not going to sign the papers, but he's going to have a change of heart. I don't know what's going to bring it about, but he's going to recognize that he is messing up with his wife because
Yeah.
Amber's not backing down. He knows that he's messed up, but that man is adamant. Like he's not like, I mean, he could threaten her or whatever, but she was in his face today and she signed the papers. And
Mm-hmm.
he is dead set on no, I'm not signing anything. And then he says, you know, you can leave with nothing, but he doesn't mean that. That man does not want to sign those papers. And Anthony is serious. So you better get on board with your wife because she can always still leave you.
Yeah.
She can always still go after your money. So, but just watching him today, how even though he was angry about the Shayla thing, that man is angry and he is not trying to sign those papers. Like, I'm not letting you go, Amber. Whatever it is, I guess we'll get through it. Is that what he's,
Yeah,
indicating?
he will eventually get through it. Believe me, because you see, listen to what Dave told Amber. Because right now Amber is bitter. And when Dave said to Amber, don't be bitter, be better. I'm
Be
wondering
better.
if Amber is going to come and apologize to him about the way she behaved. Or she's just going to just not be, no. It can happen. We don't know because Dave
Exactly.
repeated. She said, be better, not bitter. So if she's going to be better and not bitter, she might start by apologizing. She might start by doing that.
Okay,
And
Auntie.
she said, Auntie.
Okay, guys, I have one thing to say. Oh, one moment, Sean. And you said this before, and even I said it too, Sean. We are noticing, we're going to call a spade a spade. We noticed that Shayla have evolved. She doesn't want Anthony.
She does
All
not
her
want Anthony.
attention is for
Iman.
Iman. So no matter what they're saying,
Angelina.
ever since Amber tell her says she can't get another Anthony, she can't get whatever, she's a bottom feed and a baby
Yes.
mama. She even keep on Amber and ask her, "Do you think Iman will marry me?" So this is Amber they tell her, say, maybe at first, but the other time when second time
Like,
when she
nope.
asks her, Amber says no. You want the truth? No. He will only marry you when he's old and
When
gray.
he's 70. Like George Clooney. I'll
Lord.
marry you when I'm 70.
Yeah, when they can't stand anymore, eh? Kick
Yes.
the ball when they can't kick the ball anymore. Oh my goodness. Okay.
But he's
Sean,
serious about not
anybody else have
signing the
anything to
paper.
say?
Yeah, every time I remember when Amber saying to Kai, tell him, tell her that to hush. And Kai just
Hush.
put up his hand. And see Kai put his hand up in the air like he said,
They
I
better
was
pay my baby
serious.
cousin good. They
He was
better pay Kai Kai
protecting
very well because
Amber.
like
he's
Kai
talking
said,
those skits.
he has the thing in his mouth and he put his hand up like he
Yeah,
said, hush, Dad. But
he's
he said,
protecting
Mama Amber said
Amber.
you're to hush.
That was so heartwarming. Oh my gosh. He's fussing at Daddy.
Okay, guys, let me take 5 more comments before we sign off here.
Okay.
So, Wayne will make sure Amber loses because that's all he writes for her lost. Instead of being unbiased and give Anthony, Shayla, Angelina, and himself their proper karma. And even though Amber be deeply hurt, I think Amber is bitter about Anthony. They they analyze in the end. Okay, Shayla is a tree head, and she is, and Shayla always be full of gas. I can't wait for Anthony to catch her smoking. Shayla has become a regular weed smoker. Oh yeah. I wonder how she gonna feel when they smell it on the podcast. Shayla is a bird
Ooh.
brain, and it was a typo. Sorry, Iman. Don't worry about it, Gwen. Iman don't take Shayla nowhere but bedroom. And Tina, she definitely, and that works for her in Wayne's world. Shayla and Angelina is annoying. Tina Young, yes, she is. I think he is a godsend for Amber because everyone is take her for granted so much. And that is so true, Stephanie.
It's true.
I love this comment, Stephanie. Thank you very much. She needs somebody that needs to pour into her. She can't be the one always to pour into them.
Yeah.
And I do not want her to know, save no darn Shayla. But she does love Shayla as a sister. Seriously, she does. So
Yeah.
maybe she will actually save her. But who was there to save Amber? That's not fair. Amber can write herself in a horrible light, but Wayne cannot. That's not fair. And I hope this time they write Amber good.
I hope so.
And Wondra says, Shayla is about you. Shayla, this is about you infiltrated and invaded a family and created chaos. We, the investment, may not have a strong scent. Oh God, Wondra, what will we do without you? Those two serpents, I know, eh? I can't stand them either. Angelina daughter committed adultery. She wasn't married, but she went into a marriage. Anthony committed adultery.
Anthony can
Shayla, you
remember.
have a selective memory, girl. Anthony told you he was miserable with you. Shayla and Angelina both exaggerated the truth. Oh, you have to suit them own way.
Always.
Always.
Wayne loves Shayla
Mhm.
because she's in every skit. This right here proves that Angela never changed from her ways. She was
No.
putting on a facade when she was with Diesel. And she was so disrespectful for her husband, bring that money into her husband marital bed. Regardless, I'm putting him into her
And
husband
his
clothes.
clothes. Yeah.
It's very disrespectful.
Yes.
This is why the writing in this is a shambles. It keeps coming back to this. Kai is around worse at Shayla's house, especially with her and Iman smoking and being on him and in his clothes. Yes.
Yeah.
And Tina says, please, guys, please stop clocking. Oh, chuckling. Okay, Shayla is Wayne's favorite. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you, Tina.
Iselin says, Shayla is the better choice. Anthony wants a yes girl. And she sure is. That's why Amber tell her to go. Shayla is everywhere. Stephanie, we are sick of her. Anthony hates Amber. I agree, Steffi. And I hope Shayla on her peace out mind speak the truth. Oh yeah, when she's in her weeded. Okay, guys. So one thing I have to say is this: Shayla mother is giving her bad advice. And she is
Mm.
going to be the downfall of Shayla. We're concerning
Exactly.
Anthony and Amber. Yes, the baby not to be in the mix, but do not stop him from going over there because Amber loves that baby. And her doing that, maybe this is what going to break the camel back, get the Daltons back together and take her to court. You never know. You never know, guys. You never know, right? Jump on in there because I do not like that advice that mother gave her daughter.
No, but you see, listen, it can be true in the sense of yes, because Angelina does not know what Kai is going through when Kai is with Shayla. Or
No, she
when
doesn't.
she doesn't know what Shayla and Anthony, the way Shayla and Anthony used to behave towards each other. She does not know about all the smoking and that Kai is exposed to, or I shouldn't say exposed to, that the secondhand smoke and all that. And because Angelina don't know all of that. So what Angelina is saying, and Shayla told Angelina that the tension between Anthony and Amber, you could feel the tension. And it was so strange. And what Amber said to her, that take him with you. And what Anthony, whatever. So she is thinking that they are, I mean, yelling at each other, and divorce is always good.
Exactly.
And Angelina know that. Angelina know what divorce is because she has asked her husband has asked her for a divorce, and she said no, unless she get 90% of whatever there is. So she know that words will always be thrown against each other. So she know that. And you would not want your child to be in the middle of that. Period. But what Angelina does not know is that yes, Kai is not the product of an affair, because Anthony and Sheila did not have an affair when Kai was
Conceded.
conceived. If it's Anthony's child, there was no affair. There was no affair. And when she learns that there was no affair, you see, we are not picking up on these things because she said that today. Kai is a product of an affair, which we
Hold
know.
on.
You know that.
Yeah, we know that. Thank you, Yvonne.
Oh, Yvonne. Yeah, I
Thank
had
you.
told her
We
thank you.
appreciate that.
Thank you, Yvonne.
Thank
Yeah.
you for your super chat, baby. So we know that. We know that. So, and when Angelina is saying that, we, the audience, setting, oh, you're going to be so disappointed when you know that Kai was not actually an affair baby, because he was,
Right.
Anthony took her, sent her to get for an abortion. Angelina don't know that either. That Anthony actually asked Shayla to go to get an abortion. Nobody knows that except for what's his name, Dalen. Dalen knew because Anthony told Dalen. And when they came back and he told Dalen that Shayla said no, and he's so upset that Shayla did not go through with it. So all of this, I think, is going to eventually comes out. All of this is going to eventually comes out. And Angelina is going to be, she used that big word today, she's going to be flabbergasted when all of that comes out. Trust me.
I think
All
that
right, guys. Yes. Go jump in, Nanya. So
I
we
think
have
that
5 minutes,
part of-
guys, to go.
I think that part of Angelina's karma. I do.
Mhm.
I know Wayne said he's going to leave Kai as Anthony's son, but he didn't say for how long.
Yeah.
Exactly. At
It'll
the
be
time
forever.
he said he
Exactly.
was going to do that.
And I think, well, he knows that we know.
Yeah.
Even though he can
Because
ignore
they show
that,
it to us,
he
Nanya.
knows we know.
Of course, he
And
showed it to us in the DNA report. That was so blatant.
Yeah, they show
That
it to
DNA
us. So
report.
that's why.
Of course, he
He
showed
did
it
it on
to us.
purpose.
Yeah.
Because he
I
did that
think-
was done on
purpose.
purpose. That was done on purpose because somebody must review the skits and all that before that was uploaded. So that was done on purpose.
They make us the cameraman zoom in and let us see the date.
He doesn't see it.
Exactly.
But I think that if it turns out that Wayne does let that come out, because that's the biggest secret,
Yeah.
that and Shayla starting the affair,
Yeah.
that is going to crush Angelina.
Yes.
That Kai not being Anthony's son,
And Angelina knows
Angelina's
that
going
too.
to be
Angelina
crushed.
knows because she knows
I
what
think
to do.
she knows, but she doesn't
Yeah.
think anybody's going to find out.
Exactly.
Yes. Anthony is going to be broken because of that.
Oh, he's definitely going to be broken.
He needs to be
Angelina
broken.
will be- and I
He
still
needs to
think,
be broken.
He
how
needs
can
to be
Shayla,
broken.
how can Shayla be? I was thinking about her. How can she be so dumb to believe that that's Anthony's child? No. When we say, I used to think, oh, maybe Shayla doesn't know because she's such an airhead. At the time she was airhead. Shayla knows.
Of course she
No.
knows.
She told her mom. Her mom
But she
asked her
believes
that
her
they were
mom. She
being
believes her mom. She knows, but she just
She
believes her
knows.
mom.
And the mom says, "Do you know for sure it's for Anthony?"
That's
And
what
she
she
says,
said.
"No, she didn't."
That's right.
And that is why Angelina says, "Leave it right there on
Then
the
leave
desk."
it right there on the table,
So those
honey.
were nuggets too, and they need
Oh, we
to
picked
get
those
this
up.
all. Yes.
Yeah,
So I
yes,
think
we
that's
did.
the only way for the Dalton marriage to work, survive, is if Kai is not Anthony's.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
But they're godparents anyway, so
Yeah. So they're
And
godparents,
that's
that's fine.
fine. But
Yeah.
at least
Amber will feel better to know that she can have a baby for Anthony.
yeah.
And you know what I mean? Because she does want to have a child. She says it hurts her that she
Of
doesn't have a
course.
child for her husband. It
Of
hurts.
course.
All right, guys. Thank you, guys, for hanging
Thank you,
out with us.
everybody.
We appreciate you.
Yep.
And we appreciate you guys for going over to
Thank
Nanya
you.
and subscribe. Who haven't already subscribed, remember she need 120 subscribers.
Thank
So
you,
hopefully
everybody.
tomorrow she have it.
I hope so.
Yes, with
Let's
your
go.
help.
Let's go.
And I thank you guys. I thank you guys for making me reach 1,000 subscribers.
Congratulations,
Continue
Sharon.
to subscribe to the channel. Even if you haven't subscribed before, please subscribe. And I
Please
also
do.
have a membership. I think it's 3. One is for 129 or 149. I'm not sure how much it is, but you guys will see the thing there. So
Thank
you guys
you.
can support us. And thank you, Charmaine, for being here. Thank you, Nanya.
Yes, as always, Auntie.
Welcome. You're always welcome, guys. And thank you for allowing me to be on your platform.
We love you.
Yes,
Thank
she's
you.
a permanent detective here. We're permanent detective.
Thanks, Shaman.
You're welcome. So
Giving up your
you guys
weekend
tomorrow. Remember, you're going to join us again tomorrow, and tomorrow.
Yes, and Nanya's this chat.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
on my
we're
channel
gonna be on
tomorrow.
Nanya's channel tomorrow.
So
I
remember,
forgot that fast.
same time tomorrow, we'll do it again.
All right. So thank you, guys. Good night, everybody. Mwah.
Right.
Well, congratulations again,
I'm going to
Sharon.
go eat my
Thank you,
curry
darling.
chicken and rice.
She's gonna eat her chicken and rice,
Or
guys.
curry chicken
Bye
and
bye,
rice.
everyone. Bye
Bye.
bye.
Bye, everybody.
Don't come off, you three. Stay